Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Heroes of Absalom, where my players try not to die. Thank you for joining us this week as we continue to explore just what's going on in Absalom. How's everybody doing today?
I just want to say, I think it's a little rude that your opening is "Try Not to Die." Only what, 2 episodes, 3 episodes after heartlessly killing a beloved character. Just want to put that out there.
Who is that?
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Who, who was that?
Man, don't be on Will's side. What?
How quickly 2/5 of us forget, you know?
Wow.
It's fine, it's fine. We've got a bunch of interesting characters still left. We also have Ben's new character, which is nice.
God, you're the
And
worst. Oh my
we'll
God.
continue to figure out what's going on as the Copper Hand are apparently planning a bank heist. Little, little heist action.
I get so fixated, like I can't even like try to think about like as we're loading into these sessions, I can't even like try to think about like what is going on in my real life. I get so laser focused on like the adventure and what our next steps are. I'm planning like 6 moves in advance. I don't know if anybody else is like that, where you just get like so hyper located on the actual adventure plot. I'm thinking about like who's the book 3 boss going to be? Like if it's the Copper Hand in book 2, like who's book 3? Like that's where my head's at.
Nowhere near that. I'm
Ugh.
like, no,
I'm
still
always
rolling with the punches.
I'm always more concerned about how my character is gonna like go, like what direction he's going in.
Okay. I see. As
Well-
in like surviving or like just what story you want to tell.
Both, like surviving plus leveling up, like where
Yeah.
I can take him. Like I'm not really I'm excited for like what's happening in the book, but like I'm more excited for I guess my own player character.
How far ahead do you think? Like, do you think about like what?
I'm at level 8 at this point.
You're level 8. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a little worse, I think, in that regard, Dan. I look at level 16th level feats, and I'm like, man, which one of these do I really want?
Okay, whoa.
Well, Ben, you famously, whenever you build a first level character, you also build that same character at 10th level.
I do. Yeah,
You talked about
second
this
edition, I do that.
on stream and in our home games as well, and that to me is crazy.
Every character.
Because I want to know where I want them to go, because that influences how I want to play them. So like and obviously it can change, but I want to know where they're going so I know like how to play them, because to me like the mechanical build stuff you do influences how you play a character.
Of course.
Yeah.
I get so fixated on that again, that like I just don't even make the right RP decisions or like in-game
That's fair.
decisions. I just play like I'm going to have those feats. So if I were to do that, I would not like change the way or let the world influence me or let the game dictate what I want to do. Every level has to be like based on what we've just done or based on the last level, for me at least.
I love really true, authentic character arcs. So like, for me personally, I don't like to plan too far in advance. I have like where they start and their goal, and like I love to just like pick out what fits best along the way and like what makes sense for the character in the moment, and like
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think we're kindred spirits in that way, and then
That's probably the
Dan and
right
Ben.
way to do it. I just love building characters that I can't help myself.
So I mean, Emily Grace, did you know you were going to take the vigilante archetype with Twinkle Toes? Was that a level 1 character design plan, or is that something you came up with once we kind of started having to think about our free archetypes for second level?
The vigilante, no, but she did have 2 personalities like at the
Okay.
beginning.
Cool. Okay.
So like I mean, she had like the public persona and then a secret identity that like only her parents knew about. Like,
And then that just turned into the vigilante archetype. So yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of both then, because you brought
Yeah.
something to the table with the plans of doing it later, and then didn't know
Oh, see,
it.
that's cool. I like that.
Very good. Very
That is
good.
interesting.
I don't worry about my characters dying, because not only do I only build characters that wear at least medium armor and have at least a +2 to their constitution, I also can't be killed in second edition. It's just a fact. A simple fact.
Yeah, we. That's why I had to write off Jack's character when he didn't, when he wanted to play a new
Couldn't
one.
kill him.
This is me
I
saying
just- I
goodbye to
couldn't
the
do
stream.
it.
This is my last night.
I
See
couldn't
you
do
guys,
it.
though.
I'm still working on a way to write off Jack as a person, but that's a little more
we're getting
complicated.
It's more of a
Um,
collaborative effort that we're doing off stream between in the middle of weeks. So we're workshopping it. Great coming up.
Emily Grace, do you have a level 20 Twinkle Toes character sheet floating around somewhere?
No, no, I do not.
That's
I don't think
my
I've
challenge for all of you. I want to see a level 20 character sheet for all of your characters.
I don't think I've ever finished reading the text of a 20th level feat or 10th level spell. I don't think I've actually ever read the whole text block.
That's something we've never brought up.
Level thing, yeah.
But there are 10th level spells in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and there have been 10th level spells or equivalences in previous editions and in Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like super uncommon, super rare, super hard to get, because like level 10 magic, 10th level magic is like reality altering
For
magic.
reference, like in old editions of the game, like
Level.
Yeah.
like Wish is a spell that just lets you do whatever you want with one casting of a spell. That was a 9th level.
That's
spell
a 9th
in
level
Pathfinder.
spell. Yeah.
So like, what is a 10th level spell? What can you do besides just make anything
For
that you want
Wish.
exist? Wish heightened +1.
Fortunately, we'll never have to deal with that in this campaign, because none of these characters will make it that long.
That's true. That's
Oski is a secret 20th level wizard. You don't know. He's a secret level 20 wizard.
Well, I have 3 non-casters, and then Baster is gonna die eventually. So.
Oh no.
So I'll never have to deal with 10th level spells. I will say it here now. Check me in 3 years.
and clipped.
Yep, clip it. Well,
Clip it.
we might as well just play the game, right?
I think so. That's only appropriate and right.
I'd like to.
So we come back to the streets of Absalom. We're in the Coins District because our adventurers are tracking down some leads that Isabella put together for them about the potential target of the Copper Hands bank heist. Now, if we roll back a little bit, in the Dreaming Palace, the group found Rolso's journal and a note from the Copper Hand. The note asking Rolso if she wanted to join up with them for a potential activity. Rolso was able to decipher the coded language of the note to reveal that the Copper Hand are planning on robbing a bank, undetermined which one, during the Radiant Parade, which is the first major event of the Radiant Festival, which has been going on now for about 3 weeks in Absalom, in the Precipice Quarter. Now, they obviously had a few other things to deal with in the Dreaming Palace before they could address the Copper Hand, but once they killed Pratchett and got everyone back to Desmond's and handed over everything about the missing persons that they were originally investigating, Isabella comes up and says, hey, I've actually been investigating the Copper Hand as well, because they've been kind of going crazy in the Precipice Quarter. They've been doing a lot more robberies and have started, like, actually just straight up murdering people, which is not great, right? Not cool.
It's pretty not cool.
And so while that is not specifically kind of the area that especially Hell Knights of the Torrent deal with, they deal in returning missing persons, there's obviously, like, they want to put a stop to whatever's going on, because Isabella thinks that there's something larger at hand here, and part of that is larger at Copper Hand here, and part of that is stopping the bank heist. So while you all were resting and recovering, doing some retraining, doing some shopping, things like that, she went out and got down and dirty in the streets, looking for some leads, doing some investigation, and passed on what she found to you. So you got 3 leads from her. 1, I will never not mess that up. Chadraxa's. What was the name of her shop? Chadraxa's Cheap Loans, where this now you know Hobgoblin was apparently looking to renew her business license in the Puddles district, and was attempting to trade a renewed license with the authorities for information about criminal activities in the coins. That could be interesting, since you are currently investigating potential criminal activity in the coins. Two,
Yes.
Did we receive any information about like how to contact the authorities about like maybe trying to broker this deal, or is that something we would have to find?
We could talk about that in game if you want to pursue that lead.
Okay. But we didn't get anything about that. Is what I
You have not.
what I meant.
You have not made any attempt to figure that out yet.
We should also talk about if we thought of any other ways that we could facilitate her actually getting her license
Yeah.
without involving the whatever. Because the conversation was like, oh, let's get you your license, and she was like, you have no authority to do that. And we were like, yeah, we don't. So
Next up, you had Orvington's Money Changers, which is a bank that has been recently vandalized repeatedly with very graphic and disturbing vandalism that seemed pretty suspicious. So again, potentially connected, though you do, after a conversation at Trajuxa's, realize that that is more of a threat because Uthin, the proprietor, his son apparently took out a loan with Trajuxa and is now very much in debt, and because of the, one might say, exorbitant interest on Trajuxa's loans, up to a tune of what was originally a $20 or 20 gold loan, now up to 120 gold, that she is looking to recoup.
not
So
good.
she says she would be willing to trade in some information with you all if you manage to get her money.
We intuit the vandalism to be Chadrox is doing.
She said that she had never been there, but she was sure that if she got her money, their issues would go away.
All right, so we intuit that. We don't know that. All right.
As far as you can tell, she wasn't lying. You did roll a check, and she was not lying about the fact that she's never been there.
We could have had some goons do it.
She's
Yeah.
never been there. And finally, you heard about Stone Sworn Savings and Loan. This would be a location owned by Roka Stone Sworn, who's actually a friend, or at least a business acquaintance of Isabella's, who's been claiming that she's heard some disconcerting sounds coming from her vault. This coinciding with the fact that you are now investigating potential bank heist locations is pretty suspicious. So Isabella is sending you to Roka to try to get down to the bottom of whatever is going on there. So you had your conversation with Tudroxa. You obviously come to the conclusion that this hobgoblin is a very seedy person, but it seems relatively straightforward. She did mention she is willing to trade some information that you're interested in. Whether or not that information is useful, you don't know. But trade some information if you get her money back. You all then decided that you wanted to check out Stone Sworn's Saving and Loans next, because you kind of realized that while there's merits in going to the Money Changers, it doesn't, that location at least, doesn't appear to be readily connected, since the vandalism, as you intuit, is being done by Tradrox's minions. So you are now standing outside of the rickety establishment of Tradrox's cheap loans. What would you like to do?
I have something I just want to drop in there for
Sure.
posterity's sake.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if the Whisker Twins showed up at this part of the adventure, either as maybe the ones doing the tunneling or involved somehow in this heist? Just want to say those Whisker Twins were seedy people we met. Just want to drop that in there.
Yeah, that's
Oh, the ones who were
that's a
in the-
pull, yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah,
guys, the guys that stole the alchemical items
Yep.
from the very other Shaky brothers.
They were very like, I don't know, they were very like clear NPC, like their characters as NPCs were very like defined, I felt like.
Too
And I don't know
fleshed
if that
out
was
for a
just-
one-off encounter.
I don't know if that was just Will being really good at NPCs or if that was the writing or both, but I just want to say I have that thought that going into this we might see them again. Just put it out there.
Okay. I think there's a hero point on the line for that.
That's what I'm saying. I want it on the record.
Yeah, it is duly noted. The stenographer has written it down. Yeah,
I'm putting
you
a hero
guys.
point down on it not being the Whisker Twins, so either way, someone gets a hero
Ooh,
point.
actually, I believe Ben, you also have another hero point starting this session.
Oh, I do.
I
do
don't
I
remember
again?
why I gave it out. It was for pulling a name, but I don't remember who it was.
It was the name of the guy who wrote the paper, whose name Reginald Van Kaskerkin for the Eyes of Absalom.
Yes, it was.
Scannerkin.
Yep, the owner
Yeah.
of the Eyes of Absalom newspaper.
I
Yeah,
forgot
so
about
Ben,
that.
you have 2 hero points. Yeah, you all seem to be
You're
unable.
welcome. If you want to just pass one of those to me, like
We have.
maybe that.
Well, considering Oski will never die,
Oh, there's the-
certainly
there's the
he will
note
not
on
give
my-
them
He
up.
doesn't need it. He doesn't need one. Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Use it on my behalf.
Yeah, you guys are straddling an interesting line with all of these underground elements because you are simultaneously making positive relations and taking people out. So you've got some interesting.
How good our relations last is going to be dependent on who we kill. or who we
You've got some
kill.
interesting
Yeah.
underworld politicking that is going on, and now that you are involving yourselves more deeply with the Copper Hand, who, as far as you can tell, nobody seems to like, you might be able to leverage that some more.
I
We'll
do
see.
think that not many people know who we are for real, unless they're doing like their own research. Like we haven't like said, "Oh, my name's Kashak, this is Bastro and Twinkletoes, and now our friend Oski." But like people can figure us out. We just need to be ready for that to not be true anymore, because eventually everyone's gonna know who we are. It's a big city, but
Yeah. At the very least, you know of one very powerful person who knows who you are.
Yeah, what was his name again? Oh shoot.
you talking about German?
Jeremy
German Hoff.
the
German,
Hoff.
German Hoff knows exactly who we are. All
That's
four of
the
us.
Hoff.
for
There's
sure.
no way he doesn't come back, right? Like he's got to come back somehow. I think.
I imagine we'll have to go back to the House of Plans for something or other. We could, in any case, just to get information, but it was difficult enough to get it in the first place. It might be hard. to get in the second.
Yeah, I mean, well, so you met a number of people, and I don't want to belabor this, but you met a number of people who can do niche things for you, whether that's fencing,
True.
whether that's acquisition of various poisons or substances,
Yeah.
whether that is purely for information's sake. You met a lot of people, and you have a connection with, what is her name?
Layla Scandrabar is a person.
Layla Scandrabar is a person.
Molly Crimson. is that
Molly
who you're talking about?
Crimson,
Crimson,
yeah. So
yeah.
you do have
Oh yeah. I
a
forgot.
little more of a formal connection to Molly Crimson, as you can find her
Wasn't she-
workers.
And-
Wasn't she super tight with Dr. Forsyth though, or am I misremembering
No,
that?
Bastro.
No, it
Bastro,
was
okay.
Bastro, yeah.
Astro.
Yeah.
So that is potentially a favor that you could call in at another time.
Amazing.
I think first we just wanted to go to Stone Sworn to get the lay of the land,
Yeah.
and then kind of make a game plan about our stepwise problems. So we want to know the full scope of what we're looking at here.
So the
Yeah.
Coins is a relatively large place, and the hustle and bustle of the middle of the day in the economic district makes traveling a bit difficult, just in the sense that these streets are full of people. So what would normally be about 3/4 of a mile as the crow flies ends up taking you about an hour to navigate, as you have to twist and turn and wind your way through the very, very busy streets at the center of the world. Yes.
To do that?
Hmm?
I have to do that?
Well, if any of us have to do it, then it's
Every-
gonna take longer. Yeah.
Everybody has to. I mean, you could theoretically run across the rooftops, which
And
would take
Kashak
less
could
time.
carry Bastro up the walls, but then Oski's just.
But
excuse
that
me,
would
pardon me, excuse me,
certainly draw attention to you.
bash people with a shield and the coins.
But it is still late morning by the time you arrive at the indicated address. You see before you the sweeping marble facade and bold dwarven letterings that have been forged from beaten cold iron, which mark the entrance of Stone Sworn Savings and Loans. Large windows are evenly spaced around the entire building, each protected by an intricate iron filigree that looks even more imposing and immovable than steel bars. Outside, you see a rather buff dwarven woman you can see the braided, thick black hair that is pulled up into a kind of bun at the top with two braids falling on either side of this dwarven woman as she appears to be turning people away at the door. Let me see if I can find the character art handout for you.
Ooh, yes, please.
Because it takes me forever to navigate Roll20's journal system. Jack knows what I'm talking about.
Just did it last night. Had to take like 5 minutes to find a piece of character art that wasn't a full character sheet.
Okay, so creatures and NPCs, named NPCs.
Do we think this is the homie? Do we think this is who we're looking for, or is this just like a guardswoman?
Maybe there's character art for it, you know.
You're not sure. I also don't think I have character art.
Toad Swarton Loans guard number 1.
So I take it literally all back.
I
I don't have.
Could be a guard.
I don't have character art for her. But you do see a dwarven woman. The person you were looking for is a dwarven woman. So it stands to reason that you could at least start there. Again, she seems to be turning people away at the door. Various civilians occasionally approach just to be turned around by the woman standing there. You see that she is wearing like a chainmail shirt. It appears to be under whatever kind of like teller's uniform that she's wearing. This like bright red with like a white, like a bright red vest with a white shirt under it, but you can catch the glint of the chainmail underneath. What would you all like to do?
This is at the
Yeah.
Stonesworn? Okay.
Yeah, you like round the corner on the streets that the address is on, and you see it, 3-4 buildings down on your right.
Did we get a description of Roka?
No. All you know is that
she's a former adventurer. That's what we know.
She's a former adventurer, a dwarven woman, and the owner of the location you're going to.
I'm assuming this is her.
I would also assume that.
We approached.
Sure. As you get closer, she picks you out as you're, heading straight for her, and she looks your direction. Once you get within a reasonable speaking distance, she says, "Thank you for coming today. Unfortunately, we are closed."
Oh, Roka, right?
I am Roka Stonesworn. Yes, that is correct.
We are friends of Isabella's. We're investigating a possible
Yeah.
thing that might be going on.
You can come in. And she like pulls out a key, opens the door, and gestures for you to follow her inside. Do you all go with her? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could Kashak do a quick perception for anybody who looks like they're here, not nefariously, like anybody who might be like a spy or anybody who might be casing the joint from?
Are you looking around in the street?
Before we go in, yeah, he wants to like take a look at the street around him for any potentially shady figures.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
20.
20. You do a glance around. Again, the streets are crowded, but you don't see anyone who seems to be like lingering suspiciously. Anyone who's making too much notice of you. Doesn't appear to be anyone that's, there aren't really alleys in this section. All of the buildings abut against one another.
Pretty open street.
So
okay.
it's a pretty open street. You don't really see anything of that raises suspicion.
What does the shop look like?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you get in into the interior, and it is a relatively small bank. You can tell that there is like this reception area that you are brought into immediately. It looks like there is an office at the back of this room, and then there are 2 desks, one on either side to your left and right, where it looks like tellers and customers would work together. And then at the very back, you can see that there is a staircase that leads down at the back right of the room. It's very nice. A lot of it is done in marble. You see the walls are all decorated in a fairly traditional dwarven style. there's like there's no like flowers or pictures really or anything. There's a lot of intricate carvings in the walls. There are like faux pillars that have been wrought into the side of these stone walls. Very utilitarian, but at the same time, there's like a craftsman's eye to everything that is going on here.
I have rolled a sense motive on her for when she was like, "Nah, we're closed." Like, just to get a general idea of whether she is like turning people away because something already happened, or whether she's preparing for something bad to happen.
What's your perception modifier?
It is a +9.
Okay, +9. It's difficult to tell from what she's saying whether it's something has already happened or whether she's preparing for something. But it does genuinely seem like she doesn't want anyone coming in. She's turning people away, and on top of that, she had the door locked behind her. So when she brought you in, it seems like she's being very cautious. But it's
and she locks the door again behind us.
Yes.
Yeah.
You come in. She gestures towards one of the couches in the little antechamber here, and she says, "Thank you for coming. I've got a bit of an update on the situation. I had asked Isabella a few days ago to come check it out. She said she knew just the people for the job. I'm assuming that that's you all. Now, when I spoke with her, I know I said I suspected somebody was doing some kind of digging or excavating around my vault. There was a scratching. You see, a scratching on the walls of the vaults. It turns out it was coming from the inside. I just couldn't see them. A pair of spiders that were stepping in and out of sight. Can you believe it? I've killed a dragon in my day. I've ridden a sea serpent, Torag's beard. I once rode a mammoth through an avalanche. But never in my life did I expect to see a pair of ether spiders living in my own vault. Near as I can figure, they're trapped inside. The vault is warded with defensive runes, naturally.
Ether spiders. Oh, no.
So, for some reason, they're trapped in there and they can't get out. I know this is probably a bit more than you were expecting, but I don't suppose I could prevail upon you to help me clear them out. I'd do it myself, but they caught me by surprise earlier, and she, pulls up the corner of the chainmail, and you see, a gash wound in her, upper pectoral under her clavicle. That's just kind of this, sickly blue color. You see, the veins radiating out from the stab wound. I do it myself, but they caught me by surprise earlier, and I'm afraid they may have nipped me a few times. I took an antidote. I'm feeling better, but a bit unsteady at the moment.
Bastro, can you do anything more about that?
Yeah, recall knowledge for sure on ether. Oh, also, yeah, can I do a treat wounds on her as well? Or is she okay?
She seems to be at full health. It seems to be more of a poison issue, and she, as she mentioned, she already took an antidote.
Yeah,
so
her body's working on it.
there's not too much more that you can do for her. You can, in fact, recall knowledge.
On the ether spiders, yeah.
Let's see here. That's going to be
Nature.
Huh. Yeah, it is actually going to be nature.
Okay.
Maybe these aren't the creatures I think they are.
Oh, wait, no. It's occultism. Excuse me.
Oh, well, it's a natural 20 with a total of... I just saw it. Where did it go? 31.
31.
Oh, God.
You're plus 11 occultism. Sick.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, so
Trained +4.
Oh yeah, because your intelligence.
you are familiar with ether spiders. They are a relatively common creature, at least in like the wilderness, in various caves and whatnot, because they can bounce in and out of the ethereal plane. So they are able to essentially walk between the two and use one, for instance, the ethereal plane to get around various material obstacles, or potentially hunt creatures from the ethereal plane that are on the material plane. So it stands to reason that at some point during your training, especially maybe as an adjunct professor, you would have come across how to treat various ether spider wounds, and had from there learned a bit about their ecology. They do have the ability to expel webbing. They again
Is
can,
it like normal material webbing, like
if they are on the material plane, yeah.
material? Yeah.
Cool.
They can do it on either. It's just if they make
Right.
webbing in the ethereal plane, it doesn't affect the material plane, and vice versa. They again can shift back and forth between the ethereal plane and the material plane, and they can see, onto the material plane within a radius around them from the ethereal plane. And of course, they are venomous. Let's see, it's not too terribly.
They're not. Did you say they're incorporeal or no? Once
They're-
they're on the material
yeah.
plane,
They are not incorporeal.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Um,
That was gonna get dicey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not too much to them. They are spiders.
Yeah.
That
we
can-
know
Any,
generally.
that can go
any
back and forth.
resistances?
No, again, they're just pretty standard spiders
Gotcha.
that have the ability to go back and forth between the two planes. You do find it very strange that they ended up in there at all.
Yeah. What? That makes no sense.
Because as Roka had mentioned, the wards that are keeping them in, the defensive runes that are keeping them in, somehow should have also been keeping them out.
Them out.
Yeah. So that is strange,
Even on the ethereal plane.
even on the ethereal plane. That's
So we
actually expressly the purpose of some of the runes, is to keep people
Yeah.
from like dimensioning
Clear, right.
dooring into the vault
Yeah.
and then popping out, or planeswalking, various things like that. But other than that, you're not, they can be dangerous, they can be deadly, especially in like an ambush situation. But if you know that they're there, it shouldn't be too bad.
We feel as though we have to kill these creatures, or is there some sort of way to trap them and let them go back to their lives in the wild?
I think we should just kill him. Like,
Oh, were you asking the party, Jack, or were you asking Roka?
Anybody who might feel a certain type of way about these kind of things.
Oh, okay.
No, I think we should probably just kill them. They're giant spiders. They're not really doing anyone any good.
Shock.
Roka, what are these runes on your vault? What type of magics are they emitting to prevent people from both entering and apparently leaving?
Well, they're rather standard. They prevent teleportation magics from entering into the vault. They also prevent various lock picking spells or manual lock picking from working. Prevents spells like Earthshape from affecting the walls or the foundations. Standard spells,
Very
Abjuration,
standard.
that you
Yeah.
would have for a bank vault.
There was never an issue with them or any time where they were
No,
dysfunctional or.
no. I've never had an issue with them, let alone unexpected creatures getting inside. I'm quite frankly flabbergasted as to how this happened.
Would it
Okay.
have been possible for them to have been there all along? Like,
Maybe if they were hanging out on the ethereal plane, maybe they accidentally walked in while I had the door open on the material plane. I really don't know.
Roka, we're happy to help, but it doesn't sound as though this is a very time-sensitive operation, other than your bank being closed.
It's pretty time sensitive to me,
sounds
but
pretty time sensitive. That's sort of her livelihood.
not only is it my business, but there are items in there that could potentially be needed by
Damaged,
the
yeah.
customers.
My point being, to my compatriots, we have another time-sensitive operation. The loan is only going to increase in value the longer that we gave our associate, till tomorrow. We promised her a certain amount of gold. If it's 2 days, then we're going to give her more gold. Which one do we feel like we should prioritize?
She just
Do we
like
feel like we need to leave here to do the other thing first, or do we want to do this thing first?
Well,
next?
right.
This thing for
and-
over here.
Quick sidebar, team. Excuse us for one moment, Roka. Would it be? I'm not from Absalom. Would it be presumptuous to ask her for payment for our work with her? Is that presumptuous?
I think that's presumptuous at all.
We could maybe kill two spiders with one stone, as it were.
There it is.
I don't know
agree.
that expression, but yeah.
Maybe if we can't get the full payment amount from the boy who's being loan sharked, perhaps we can contribute some of the gold towards Chidraxa. Is that what you meant?
Yes, if Roka will pay us, then that can go towards our, graffiti boy problem.
I agree, and we're already here, so let's just go ahead and take care of these spiders then.
What does everyone else think?
I don't know so much about that money going towards the Chidraxa problem. That's his problem, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Could be
We-
helpful
yeah.
in every case.
Only if we need it. Yes, if the boy has the money, then we'll use all of his money, of course. But
Let's say he has 80 gold and we get 40 from Roka, we could certainly just contribute the money to that and solve everyone's problems. That's wise thinking, Oski. I thank you for that. So let's go ahead and take care of these spiders.
Well,
Yeah,
we
let's do it.
should talk to Roka about payment before we just go start swanging on some spiders. No.
Yeah. Should I? Who wants to bring it up? Who wants to do that?
I haven't really grasped the value of gold in Absalom yet. I'm not sure what anything really is.
I'll do it. All right. Roka, we have an answer, or rather, a question for an answer. We'd be happy to help you. Would you be hiring us for this service, or?
she looks a little disappointed and she says, I was under the assumption that I was calling in a favor with Isabella, but I guess if you help me out, I do have a few things I could give you. I don't have much cash on hand, but I do have a couple of items that I could probably let you have.
We would love to take a look at those. Yes, we'd be
I'll
happy
just-
to help you.
Guess I'll have to talk to Isabella about the understandings of our arrangements, but that's not your problem.
Sidebar, is Isabella paying us or no?
No.
She never. I don't think she told us, and if
We're
she
not-
didn't tell us, I would
Yeah,
assume no.
she also didn't tell us that she was cashing in a that we were
Yeah,
cashing
I
in a
don't think she
favor.
told us that. So I don't
Yeah.
think about this at all. She didn't tell us that. Yeah.
I'm thinking we might want to mention it, like Isabella's not paying us, so someone's
She
got to.
said that one of them was actually a friend of hers, a former.
She did say
compatriot,
that, I
but,
guess, yes,
but she
but-
didn't say that we were going to cash in a favor
Yeah.
for her.
If my boss's friend asked me to do work at his house, I expect his friend to pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't. Yeah, we received the.
Yeah.
we don't care.
All right.
We'll,
That's the
We-
four of us
we move-
solving
we
our
move
conflict.
forward.
Yeah, however you want to, make yourself feel better about being greedy people.
Extort these NPCs for money. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yes.
I spent all my money to teach my lizard how to be a human being.
And
so I
that's
gotta-
your prerogative.
I gotta get my money back.
Mine on Garundi eggs.
Yeah, so she says, fair enough. It's feel free to go down the stairs at the end of the hallway. It's the big double doors. Here's the key, and she like pulls out like a large cold iron key, unclips it from the other keys on the belt, and hands it to Twinkle Toes, I guess, since you were speaking with her. Just head down there and good luck. And she like starts walking towards what looks to be the office in the back. I'll see what I've got for your services.
We thank you kindly for your sacrifice, and I understand it must be a tough time for you to be closing down for this spider problem. We'll try to take care of it as quickly as we can.
We will do our due diligence. Don't worry, Roka. We have your back.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck.
We head down.
Sure.
Get in there.
All right.
Let's get in there. Kashak would like the keys from Twinkle Toes. He assumes he's going to be leading the charge into the room.
Yeah, Twinkle Toes passes those over.
T.Y. I still like for you to
Why
check for traps
exactly?
because you are more adept at these things and you're more knowledgeable, but in terms of being the first one in the room, I think it's important that I go first.
All right.
Doc, may I just quickly interpose that, and he sort of bangs on his shield, and says, if you are asking about going first because of safety, I guarantee the steel shield will be what you will want to be behind.
Training and background is in scouting and scout work. I think of it more as a peace of mind. I just like to be the first pair of eyes on anything, and then you can
I was just asking.
sprint into the room soon after.
So you all.
Light starts moving at his full plate.
You all make your way down the staircase. It's fairly unadorned. It's just about 2 stories down. So there's 2 little landings along the way. And eventually you get to this.
Could I, really quick, perception on those staircases to notice anything weird about maybe like a disturbance or a cracked opening or somehow
Sure.
compromised
Go
area?
ahead. Yeah.
That is
I did the same.
a 29 perception on this little area we're walking through currently.
Looks like
Well,
a
I rolled
staircase.
a natural 1, so I
Hey,
didn't know.
nice.
There's really nothing of note.
Very normal. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you get down to this kind of underground vaults area. It's torch lit along the sides.
Oh dear God, there's a lot of doors.
You can see that it's they're like ever burning torches mounted in sconces on the walls. And yeah, there are a number of doors. You can tell that these are all doors to like smaller, probably private,
Like drop boxes.
basically. Slightly larger than drop boxes because they are like, small, almost like storage rooms, basically. It's like 5x5 storage rooms, you would guess.
But not necessarily like doors we have to open to
Yeah.
find fighters. Yeah.
And like some of them are
Thank God.
just some of them are like solid doors, some of them are actually like metal bars, and you can see, and it's just like boxes and stuff in there. So it's different levels of security depending on what somebody wanted to put in here. But if you do make your way all the way around, you see a large double door. Looks to be made of solid iron, and you can see the like crackling magical energy in some of these runes. As you get close, some of the runes start to glow, as if they are anticipating some kind of forced entry.
When you say get around, like when you say work all the way around, what do you mean?
These big double doors down here. It is a little hard to tell, based on the map. But
I just didn't know if we were expecting to find the spiders like here, like in this main.
she said in the vault, and
It's
as
in the vault.
yes.
In the vault.
yeah, and as far as you can tell, you are not in the vault.
Got it. This is like the entry hallway.
All right. Do we feel ready?
Astro takes out a wand and he's
Try.
ready.
Commend you for leading the charge here with me. Standing side by side with a good fighter is always the best bet.
Bastard,
Twinkle
would you
toes.
like to switch? Yeah.
Twinkle
Okay.
toes.
Or the heavy plate special for the.
Yeah, or
You know, whatever you guys want to do is fine.
I trust Twinkle Toes more than this new guy.
Fine.
that's fair. That's fair.
I draw my
Yeah, weapons
the
out.
Reaper's Lancet and my sheath
Weapons out.
in each
Yeah.
hair.
Sheether's got her gun out. It's all part of the preparation. Perception on the door to hear anything, to listen.
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
That is a 18 to hear things on the other side of the door.
You do hear what sounds like faint scratching on the other side, almost frantic because it's very quick and it seems to be like multiple limbs that are scratching against stone. But yeah, you don't hear much else. You hear like very faint, like chittering and squeaking, as well as this like scratch of like claws or something on stone.
He will turn the key in the keyhole and open the vault.
Okay. So, you open the vault door. And immediately see two large spiders.
I hate this art so much.
Yeah, it's like jumping out at you.
No thanks.
Pretty
So-
terrible.
In this room
It's
are
great art, but it's pretty
Oh,
terrible
yeah.
to look at.
It's pretty
Yeah.
horrendous.
Like for its
Oh yeah. Wow.
yeah.
a number of these smaller doors that line the exterior of this open vault space. And again, you see these runes that have been printed on each of the doors and like on the ceiling and the floor as well.
The poor Paizo map making intern who had to put all these doors on
Yeah,
his-
so many doors. And as you open the door, there's this like loud lurch of these solid iron doors as they open out into the space beyond.
That's what I sound like when I get up in the morning.
Yeah,
An iron lurch.
an iron lurch.
Also a lot of like bone
They definitely didn't hear that.
And as soon as you do, the two spiders wheel around in their spot, and upon
were sick.
seeing you, they begin like almost frantically screeching in some whatever tongue, and they begin to back away from you, like backing up against towards the back wall. What languages does everyone speak?
Oh,
Nothing special. Nothing spider.
Demonic and Orcish are the other two languages I speak.
Demonic is not a language.
No, it is. I'm not
Abyssal?
gonna make this mistake twice.
Are you sure?
Oh, is it? Is it Abyssal?
I speak Elven,
Probably Abyssal.
Dwarven.
If you're thinking of something that is like demons speak it, it's abyssal. You said
Oh,
demonic the time before.
No,
I
it's
said
that
angelic the time
celestial.
before.
Or,
Oh,
yeah,
angelic, yeah.
angelic bird.
Abyssal, that's what I meant.
Is
if that's
angelic and
true.
demonic
Wow, how did I
something
do
else?
this twice?
Is that a D&D 5e thing, or is that
What?
Yeah, what am I doing?
angelic and demonic as languages?
Is
this
they're
Magic
they're
Tavern
also
thing?
not. Yeah, those are not the names in 5th edition. So,
I think I'm just dumb.
Bastard, what languages do you speak?
I speak a lot.
You speak a lot, right? Yeah.
Elven, Dwarven,
It's Abyssal.
Draconic, Halfling, Common, Celestial, Abyssal, Jotun, Undercommon, Sylvan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, if Bastard doesn't know it,
The
then none of us
common and
know.
halfling.
You're the linguist archetype, though, right? Like that's
Yep.
your whole jam. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very useful.
Yeah, I mean, so they are not making any aggressive moves towards you. They're just kind of backing up as they see you. They're like backing away.
Kashak will take some steps forward. He'd like to make a nature check to appease these creatures and try to gain some favor.
I think Olski will step into the room as well.
I don't know what nature action this is. This might be a Pathfinder 1E holdover, but will you allow this, William?
Give me 2 seconds. I wanna see.
Not command an animal,
Yeah.
but kind of command an animal.
I would say diplomacy. I'd say diplomacy is what you're looking
Diplomacy.
for.
Okay, that is a flat check for me.
Because, as Bastard would be able to tell you, these are in fact intelligent creatures.
Oh.
He's. I'll roll it anyway because I said I was gonna roll it.
How does Bastard know that?
Because people
You
know
recall-
that, and
Because you
Bastard.
couldn't recall knowledge. We talked about.
You rolled a 20 on it. Now recall
Oh,
knowledge.
I forgot that was part of it. Okay, yeah.
So 18 diplomacy, natural 18, 4 and 18.
Sure. The 2 spiders still seem to back away into the corners of the room. They are not advancing on you. You are aware that they are like hunters, and they do not appear to be hunting you.
Could I
can't-
make a check to see if they're like hungry? Because if they've been locked in here, I imagine they haven't been eating, right?
You know, it's been a few days. You're not sure what a hungry ether spider would look like compared to a normal ether spider because you've never seen
Can we
either.
check their time clocks from the last few days to see if they took a lunch break?
I think Oski will like in the same vein tap Kashak and like pull out some of his rations and say, Kashak, maybe try giving them some food if
Wait, hold
That
on,
would help.
hold on. Bastard, you said they're intelligent creatures?
Yes,
Can,
but I don't understand them.
when they shrieked, you didn't understand what they were saying?
I did not know.
It was a different language than the one that you spoke.
Do
Hey.
you,
But all the ones I spoke,
all
yes.
of them.
They are both still chittering.
yeah, he'll take the
None of you
ration
understand what they're
from
saying.
Oski and he'll throw it about the 20 feet, ahead of him to try to get in the middle of the two of them. And in common, just say, "I think you both know you're not supposed to be here. So how do we get you out?"
The 2 of them kind of like look to it, and then one of them, like, with one still looking at you, watching your movements, the other one kind of comes up, takes a nibble, backs up again, looks at you, then the one that was standing watch eats a little bit, backs up and looks at you.
Kashak will stash his bow and turn to his friends and ask them to put their
Yeah.
weapons away.
Twinkle Toes is
Yeah.
gonna put her rapier away.
Kashak will then,
Or her sword cane.
in Aruxi, he'll just turn to Sheethra, please sit in the corner, please, corner. And she goes back here. Everyone else clear the way, clear the doorway. Leave him a space to
If
potentially get
we're
out.
going to let them escape, should I go up and just tell Roka that we're trying this?
Yes.
So I think
Try to herd them in.
Oski is going to really quick leave and go back upstairs and try and find Roka.
He's trying to herd them as best as possible. He's trying to show them the way out. And then
Sure.
let them leave.
As this is happening, they like again carefully after a moment of hesitation, they carefully just boop 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 boop, very slowly watching, and you see like the first one as it's on its way out, just its abdomen and its head just kind of bows and dips a little bit at you, Kashak, and then as soon as it breaks the threshold, it's gone.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Wow.
the second one, breaks the threshold and is gone. However, I need everyone to stop moving now.
Oh.
Because
Do we see them turn into the ethereal plane or just like vanish?
you watch as like it seems they just almost disappear from existence in front of you.
Fine, go on.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
And as it happens,
We've been bamboozled.
We let people in.
from right next to Kashak,
What is this?
a creature appears.
Oh, that looks bad.
Oh, I don't
This
like that thing at
creature
all.
is about humanoid size, except that it has 4 arms. Let's see if I can find it here. Yes. It's got 4 arms. It is covered in what looks to be like banded plate mail. It's this red-skinned, like leathery, red leathery skin. It's got like tentacles that are drooping off of its face and that pull back from its head that look almost like locks of hair. And it's
Is ugly.
and it begins screeching as the spiders disappear, and it attempts to bite Kashak as we all go into initiative.
Hate this.
Yeah, I mean, Kashak hears this from behind him. Kashak hears this from behind him and says, Oski, come back! And that's going to activate his Scout's Warning, so everyone be sure to have a +2 circumstance bonus to your initiative.
Now, Will, this is my question. Am I just where I am on the map?
Yeah.
Because, like, how quickly after I said I'm going to go tell Roka did those spiders start leaving? Because I just put myself there because I thought
They were
this was a done deal. Were they going to follow me right after? Because if they were going to follow right after me, I would
they
make it
hesitated.
that far.
They were hesitating for a moment.
I think you're there. I think you're there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a good try, but you decided to leave.
No, that's fair. I did. Did you hear Kashak's shout?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you heard
yeah.
Kashak shout for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
And
So
just screeching at the top of the lungs of this creature. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So it attempts to bite Kashak. That is going to be. If I can pull up this thing's character sheet.
And I would be probably flat-footed because he was invisible, right? Is that how this works?
Yeah. I don't think it's not like it wasn't invisible
Okay.
because it like appeared and then attacks you.
Okay, so I'm full AC. All right.
And there isn't like flat-footed in first edition where you're flat-footed until you act. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That's my AC exactly. Nice.
Oh, this will be really fun then. First things first, it's going to deal.
And we stashed our weapons.
Kashak's always got weapons.
Sure, guys,
It'll deal 14 points of piercing as these
Ow.
fangs just bite into you. And I need you to go ahead and roll me a fortitude save.
Okay. 23.
23. That is unfortunately a fail.
Ow! Damn.
Wow.
I'm pretty
What?
flat.
Okay,
This might be the only creature in here.
level 5.
You feel fine for now.
Okay. I'm sure that'll stick.
That's not good. That's not good at all. You failed, but you're fine.
It's then going to use its 2 of its arms, which are holding scimitars. Oh, by the way, it's got 4 arms, 2 of which are holding scimitars, 1 of which is holding a longbow, and 1 of which is holding
What?
a shield.
Dear God.
Okay.
It's going to
Why
make.
does it use a longbow?
If all the others are holding weapons.
Teeth.
Yeah, it was biting.
It does the toe trick. Dang it.
Well, it uses the shield arm. It's like strapped to the shield. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Holding
know how
it.
that works.
Like,
Luckily then, yeah. We'll see. It's
I wonder if I
currently-
can find a way to. I want to show you guys the art, the actual full art of this thing, because
It
it's.
bit me when it's holding 2 scimitars to deliver whatever this horrible effect is.
Yeah, it made you roll a fortitude
Yeah,
save.
whatever this poison or disease that I've got now.
So, it's going to make 2 scimitar swings.
Okay.
First one. Trying to do like 8 different things. Where is it? Oh, that's a lot. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit for sure.
Okay. Oof. That's a lot of damage. It's 17 points of slashing on the first one.
Okay.
Second one. 18 is not going to hit you. That was its turn. Now we're in initiative. What did everybody roll?
20.
Everybody added their +2 from Kashak.
Kashak?
Right?
Oh, 21. Sorry. I thought it was
Kashak, what did
+1.
you roll?
23 for me.
Bastro.
23.
Ooh, who wants to go first?
Preferably me, so I can get the hell out of the way.
Okay. Oski.
21.
21.
31?
There's a nat 20 on initiative.
Was that
31.
21 or 31?
31.
31.
Ah, damn.
It is Oski's turn.
Oski, I love this because he hears Kashak shout out in pain after this just happens, and he goes, "No, my friends!" And he's gonna just sprint all the way back, and he's gonna get to 5.
There it is.
Oh.
He's gonna get to there,
Oh, wow.
and that's his full turn. That's a cool.
Art.
That's terrifying art. Wow.
But what is the point of the longbow? He can't fire.
He-
Man. Maybe
Well,
Yeah, he
I-
like switches
Go
the
the
bow
shield,
over
yeah.
to his shield arm and then like fires with a free arm.
Yeah, he could just drop a sword, honestly.
Or yeah, or he's got the second sword drawn right now since he came right in next to Kashak.
Very cool. Very cool art. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool art.
this thing
This guy
is
a
gnarly.
fucking assassin.
Cool. How many?
That's my whole turn.
That was your whole turn. Okay.
3 actions to move.
After Oski is this creature again. It is going to.
It got 3 actions and a surprise, and then goes again.
Should have only gotten 1 action, so we'll say that was his damage for this round.
Okay.
The
Oh, yeah.
slings.
Wait, yeah.
It gets 6 actions before I get to do anything.
It gets 12 actions before the group goes.
Not
So we'll
as
say
bad
that
as
was
the
that.
monk.
And then with its. So it would have done the bite last turn.
And then 2
first
scimitar
action.
slashes, 1 misses. So it's got
Scimitar.
1 action on this turn.
It's got
with
2
a minus.
actions left on this turn.
Well, did it swing with a scimitar twice?
It did. And
Okay,
it still got
okay.
2 actions.
Okay, that's fine.
It will go ahead and try to bite again.
This would be at a -5 or 4 if it's agile.
Whatever the minus is, yeah. This is multiple attack
Yeah.
penalty.
Yep. It's a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh,
oh.
we're having fun.
That's what Kashak gets for being nice to planar spiders.
Whew. 35 points of damage
Okay.
of piercing. And then its last action, it will raise the shield.
Piercing, what did it use?
Piercing.
It's bite again? Or?
Bite, yes.
Okay.
Next up is going to be. I believe Kashak said he wanted to go first out of Basra and Kashak.
Yes, please.
Kashak.
So how tall are the ceilings in here?
20 feet.
Okay, so first action, unfortunately, when you switch speeds, take 2 actions to do so. So he has to step with his land speed and then climb 15 feet with his second action.
Oh,
He's
okay,
now-
that sucks.
You can't
He's
like jump and attach yourself.
When you switch speeds, you have to, and plus high jump would be, like long jump would be an
Oh
action.
yeah, you need 2 actions. Yeah.
So, he's going to do that, climb up this wall 15 feet, and then he's going to command Shithra to get in the room. He's going to bark some word in Aruxi to command her to jump in. So she's got 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She gets in the doorway and into the vault and starts to kind of hiss at this creature. That's his turn.
When you do command an animal, don't they get 2 actions?
Oh, true. So she can double move then. So she'll move to 5, 10, 20, 25. She'll move to here.
Oh wow, she's getting right in there. That's bold.
All right. After Kashak is Bastro. Bastro, you're up.
All right, Bastro's gonna go right over here, and he's gonna whisper to Twinkle Toes. Good luck, Twinkle Toes. This is up to you. And he's gonna cast Needle of Vengeance on her, so this red halo band goes around her head. And that's my turn.
Twinkle Toes, you're up.
All right. I am going to first action redraw my sword cane.
All right.
Second action dash up and get that flanking with sheath thrust.
Nice.
And third action take a swing with Reaper's Lancet.
Okay.
Yes. The Lancet. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
That is gonna be 29 to hit.
29 to hit.
Oh.
That hits.
Woohoo.
Thank god that hits.
All
That is
right.
big time.
And that's 9 points of damage.
All right. So yeah, you slash this thing nice and good right across one of its double jointed knees, or whatever you want to call those. There's a name for that, isn't there? Like the horse legs.
I don't know.
Yeah, the dog
something.
legs. I forget what it is.
I'm sure there's a word for it that doesn't any of us know it.
Yeah. But you like stab into its leg. It looks very unhappy with the things that you're doing to it. So
Yay! That's my turn.
that is your turn, which means that is the end of round 1. Top of round 2, Oski.
Very exciting turn. I'm going to take first action and move. Go 5, 10, 15, 20. Second action and move. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get into the room. See what's going on. See Kashak almost to the ceiling. And then this
Very badly injured, by the way. Very, very hurt.
There's not much he can do if you're all the way up on the ceiling.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what you see. You see
Yeah.
him ravaged by this creature.
And he's gonna say, "No! Who are you? What is this?" And his third action is gonna be to enter Everstand stance. So you see him like crouch behind his shield and like get into this very defensive stance. That's his turn.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. It is its turn now. How are we gonna do this? It will drop one of the scimitars and fire the bow at Kashak.
What a bitch.
Wow.
What an absolute bitch.
I'm rolling absolute rocks today. 29 to hit.
That will hit.
As a reaction, I want to do something. Hold on.
As a reaction.
Pull up the text of what this is exactly.
As a reaction, he'd like to react to what you're doing.
Can I react to your reaction?
With his reaction.
So my reaction, I'm gonna do my champion's reaction. So as a redeemer, I get something called a champion's reaction, and this one is Glimpse of Redemption. And an enemy damages an ally, and both of you are within 15 feet, which I am within 15 feet.
He would not be within 15 feet of Kashak. He's 15 feet up the wall.
Oh my god, because you're up on the wall. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Never mind.
I
Really
gambled
interesting.
everything on this creature not choosing to shoot a bow at me when Twinkle Toes is bearing down on him with a sword.
Oh, he'll get to Twinkle Toes. Don't worry
But
about it.
apparently I've offended him in some sort of way.
You have. You ran away, and that was your first mistake.
That was my first mistake. Cowardice!
Cool.
Oh, not cool.
It deals. Where is it? 12 points of piercing. As you
So
get a.
Kashak falls unconscious, dying
Oh.
one. And he will collapse onto the floor from 15 feet, which we have decided is dying 2.
Yeah. Okay. This thing then turns and just like roars down at Twinkle Toes as it brings its one remaining scimitar to bear.
It needs to make a will save.
Okay.
Did we roll whether the attack still goes through? Oh, this is different. Never mind. This is different. Forgot.
It is a 16 on the will save.
That's a fail. So it takes.
Nice.
It takes. Hold on. That's the wrong
8
spell.
points of mental damage.
It went up. It's 6
Oh.
points. 6 points.
Oh.
Not
Nice. 6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Before
I
it was
love
4.
this spell. I love
Yeah.
this spell.
Yeah, so this like needle just shoots through his arm, but you watch as he's like fighting through the pain, slashes down with the scimitar. That is going to be. What does that do?
Oh no.
I'm just remembering that weapon properties are a thing.
Nothing with the scimitar happens until you're like multiple attack penalties. It's a lot
Yeah.
of like other stuff after your first attacks.
Kashak should have taken more damage when he got hit by the 2 scimitars, but yeah, well. I think it balanced out.
It's like 2 more damage right then.
Yeah.
Based on what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Uh,
He still would have gone under. He still would have been alive when he was.
that is a lot to hit. That is a 32 to hit.
That's a crit.
Oh no.
Just rolling
The
absolute rocks.
reaction. I now will trigger my reaction.
Yes.
Okay.
Twinkle
There we go.
Toes is definitely within 15 feet. And so the trigger is when an enemy damages an ally that is within 15 feet of me. And Oski is going to call out to whatever this thing is and says, "Friend, you do not want to do this. What are you doing? Think about your actions. We are not here to do you harm." And you have a choice to make, Will. You pick one of the following 2 things. The ally is either unharmed by the triggering damage, period, or they gain resistance to the triggering damage type equal to a certain amount, 2 plus my level, and they become enfeebled 2.
So you
Does
can
it
either
have-
take back the damage or become enfeebled too, and some of the damage goes through.
Yeah.
It's a great reaction.
That's
yeah,
incredible.
it's the best one for sure.
Oh my gosh.
So you have a choice. You pick which one.
Yeah, I'm
You
looking.
said enfeebled 2?
Enfeebled 2.
Oh my gosh.
Until the end of its next turn.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, it'll take the enfeebled.
Okay, so
It
Twinkle
really
Toes,
wants to kill us.
reduce the damage by 7 on whatever Will tells you.
Okay.
And you are enfeebled 2 for like this damage. It's enfeebled 2.
Okay.
It's just strength-based rolls. Gotcha. Very cool.
It's a lot of math now.
Actually, I'm sorry. It does say the damage goes through first, then you become enfeebled 2.
Okay, so
I-
20,
I'm sorry.
27 points of slashing damage, reduced to
Minus
20.
20. Okay.
And it is now enfeebled 2. With its
Yes.
last action, it will raise its shield again. That was a turn. Kashak moved in the initiative order, so Bastro.
Alright, Bastro seeing Kashak go down. He's very worried. He's gonna look at Oski and put his hand on Oski's shoulder and be like, "You needed to draw this creature's attention. Do whatever you can. It's up to you." And while he's saying that, he's actually casting a certain spell called Heroism.
Ooh.
And so what this spell does?
I haven't seen
is-
2nd edition heroism yet.
Yeah, me either.
Yes, it's actually pretty great. So you
Cool.
tap into the target's inner heroism, granting it a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you get +1 to everything but damage rolls, basically.
Well,
So-
and I love playing a character that likes magic again.
Yeah. So like, I don't feel bad doing this.
Is that your 3rd level spell? Is that the one you said?
Yes, that is one of my new 3rd level spells. It's
Very cool.
actually very cool. And
Great.
so
It's such a
that's
classic spell.
10 minutes. 10
yeah,
minute duration.
It lasts for 10 minutes, so you should be fine. And then he'll 3rd action sustain the spell for Twinkle Toes. The
Okay.
Evil Dungeons.
Very cool indeed.
Fantastic.
So once more, Bastro draws upon kind of the emotions and the feeling of the hearth and the warm fire, and the good friends around you at a tavern, and you feel that kind of emboldening spirit begin to fill you as this like almost ghostly echoes of a tavern song begin to play in Oski's mind, giving him.
Oski feels like you're almost blessing him with something from his deity because those feelings are directly from Oski's deity.
Oski feels called to heroic acts. That was Bastro's turn. Twinkle Toes.
First action. I am going to what am I gonna do? I am going to
Slap him.
Drop weapon.
Got Ben.
You killed my friend.
I didn't prep any poison into the Reaper's Lancet yet, although I did procure some. So I am gonna first action try to get some panache.
Okay.
With Let me see. I'm gonna do.
Do a little dance.
I'm deciding.
What is Sheethra doing?
She's juggling.
Which, to be fair, is exceptionally impressive.
It's very good. She's very talented. I mean, she looks menacing. She's snapping out of this creature, but
Is she still threatening for flanking purposes?
oh yeah.
Okay.
She just can't really take actions, right?
I believe it's one of those GM discretion things where she acts however you decide that she acts. I imagine that she would just continue to follow commands. I don't know. It's not my turn yet mechanically, so like it depends.
There's a certain feat you can get with animal companions where they, without being commanded, still
Get an action still. Yeah. But I think she will get no actions as long as I don't have actions to command her.
Yeah, so she'll still be threatening. She's just like harrying at his ankles and whatnot, but she is not. She doesn't have the presence of mind to attack without being commanded to do so yet.
I fully agree.
Twinkle Toes, where are we at?
I'm gonna still tumble through to over here to try to leave an opening for Oski on the other side for flanking.
Okay. And this is
And
against reflex,
This
correct?
is against reflex DC, so I'm
Okay.
making an acrobatics check. That's a 26.
Does not make it through.
Real close though.
What?
Real close though.
Wow.
High dex. I should have guessed
Yeah.
that based on how many arms.
He's
they
got
have,
he's got
but,
4 arms. Dude
True.
needs some
Yeah.
dexterity.
That's true, but wow.
All right.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Okay. Second action, I'm going to slash at it with my Reaper's Lancet.
Okay. I believe in you. It does still have his shield raised.
Okay. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it just brings the shield around and kind of bats the lancet out of the way as you're bringing it in to stab it. It's
Right.
now that it's being surrounded, it's got that look. It's still howling and angry, but it's being closed in on now, so it's just lashing out.
All
Oski.
right,
Oh, sorry. Do you have one more action?
Yes, that was
I'm sorry.
only 2.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Third action, I'm going to parry with my sheath
Okay.
and get the +1 bonus.
What's your
Okay.
first action that wasn't tumble behind?
No, my first action was
Tumble through,
or
strike, and
tumble
then parry.
through, strike,
Struck,
and then
okay.
parry.
Okay.
I just missed.
All right, so you are now bringing the sheath up in kind of a defensive position, balancing it in front of you. End of round 2. Kashak will certainly live to see another day, naturally. Oski, what would you like to do?
Oski finally being in the room and seeing his friend Kashak go down,
Feeling very heroic.
feeling very, very heroic. I don't think he's gonna deal with Kashak at the moment. I think he wants to like buff this thing off right now of him.
He knows Kashak has a hero point.
I know Kashak has a hero point. I'm not worried about the crit fail yet.
I'll remember that.
It'll be fine. His
Sir,
first action
Bastard.
is to move. He's got his shield in like this, like his knees are bent, like he's in like a linebacker stance, and he's gonna move 20 feet to right here in between Kashak and whatever this thing is,
Okay.
and he's gonna like snarl at him and say, "I tried to tell you to stop. We do not mean you harm, but you leave me no choice." And he's gonna bash him with the shield, just
Okay.
right in front of him, smash the shield in his face. So he's gonna strike.
Yeah, +1.
31 to hit.
Oh,
That hits.
Better hit.
For 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then third action, I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay. Very cool. Kashak! Need you to roll me a death saving throw.
comes. What's my DC here? I do have toughness.
What does toughness give you?
9
gives you a
plus
9,
my
yeah.
action value, so I'm DC 11 right now. And I'm natural 1. So I will spend my hero points.
Wait, but toughness gives you the
heroic
5,
recovery.
not 4.
Die hard.
That's Die Hard. That's Die Hard you're thinking of.
That's Die Hard. So I will spend my hero point and heroic recovery. So I will
Wasn't worried about the
do some things.
wasn't worried about the crit fail death save. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Woof. Okay, so we are stable,
Stable and
And I
0.
think-
unconscious at
Doesn't-
0
that-
hit
that-
points.
That takes away the wounded condition too, I think, right?
It does
Yeah,
take
it
away the
takes away
wounded condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I hope you guys enjoy fighting this combat without me, because I will be dead. But anyway, that's my turn.
oh,
No,
you're
dude, you're
fine.
fine now.
You're fine.
You're fine.
stable.
Fine.
It is this creature's turn. It doesn't like being smashed in the mouth with the shield. It will swing its sword twice at Oski.
Remember, it's enfeebled too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just go back and read enfeebled here.
Strength.
If this is a strength-based attack, it's at a -2.
Yeah,
Okay.
all strength skills.
First scimitar strike coming out. It's a 19, which is not gonna hit. Second one. Got a lot of math to do. So the -2. That's at a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 4.
The enfeebled 2 affects damage rolls based on strength.
Yes.
Okay.
15 points of slashing.
Okay.
Third action, or sorry, second action. It will attempt to bite Twinkle Toes.
Will save.
19.
That's a fail. Take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Another
Again,
You see the needle just goes straight through your arm.
Yeah, another spike just lashes out from this. It's a halo, right? It's like a
Yeah, it's
Thorn
like it's a
halo.
red band that's around Twinkle Toes'
Yeah.
head, and it just spikes out
Oh,
like
cool.
a thorn. Yeah,
It's
Like-
cool.
Right on the like line of her mask too.
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. That's
All
really
right,
cool.
so it's going in to bite Twinkle Toes. This is at a lot of negatives. It's a lot of negatives. $24.
36. 24 at a lot of negatives. Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Trigger my reaction again, and Oski's gonna say, "You fool! Fight someone your own size." So you have the choice to make again.
He literally just hit you. Yeah, he'll take the enfeebled.
Okay. So EG, you got resistance 7 to the damage type.
Thank you.
God, I have so much math because of this now.
Good.
13 points of slashing.
Minus 7 is 6 points.
And with its third action, it will raise its shield. Now that we've gotten through that nonsense, Bastro.
Astro, first action will sustain Twinkle Toes Needle of Vengeance. Second action, I believe I can see Kashak, correct? From my angle?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm going to cast Life Boost. I'm going to make a circle with my hand around Kashak's body, and a small halo will pop up above his head. So on the beginning of your next turn, you'll take I might have gone
7
off.
points of
Hold on,
damage.
Not damage, but it's fast healing. I'll let you know when it's your turn.
On your turn, your dying condition will increase by 6.
I'll take it. You drive a hard
That
bargain,
would
but I'll
be-
take it.
The opposite of Life Boost.
Yeah.
That is one of the options.
Yeah,
It's
they
kind of
would
like the
take-
Redeemer,
they
right?
would
You get an
be
option.
Like drain.
Giga drain on me.
Is that your second and third action there?
Yeah. Oh no, it's not. I forgot Life Boost is one action.
Okay, Bastard
third
just like
action-
throwing halos out on everybody today.
I got one more action. Third action, I'm going to cast Guidance on Twinkle Toes. So now she has
Thank you.
Guidance.
Speaking of a guided Twinkle Toes, it is now that Twinkle Toes' turn.
Twinkle Toes is gonna once again try for this tumble through to get this panache. All right. That is a 29 acrobatics.
That'll do it.
Yes. So,
Dive between its legs, popping up on the other side.
all right. So, he is flat-footed because of my tumble behind feet.
Okay.
And I am going to now strike twice. Once
Okay.
with the Reaper's Lancet and once with the Sheath.
Okay.
The second one is going to be a confident finisher.
Okay.
First one, precise strike. Second one, confident finisher. Okay. Here we go. First one's a natural 19 for
Big time.
a 33 to hit.
Okay, that is a regular hit.
And
You have the
this,
+1.
Still good.
oh, I didn't do the +1, so that's a
34.
34 to hit.
That is
It's
a
still
critical hit.
correct.
Nice.
Yes, the Guidance came
Yay!
through. Yes.
Yay!
This is huge.
All right, that was just the precise strike. This one is the.
Well, go ahead and roll
confident
damage
finisher.
first before you move on.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that's
Nice.
that is 9 plus 3, 12 points of damage for the first one.
For the critical?
That's the crit. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh wait. No, I didn't double it. I'm so
I
sorry.
was
So double.
confused,
So
yeah.
24. My bad.
24.
I was like, okay, if you only do 12 points of damage on a crit,
My
yeah,
bad.
it's
My
fine.
bad. I'm sorry. I was so excited. Okay, and then the second one is a 27.
No, go away.
27 to hit.
Get out of here.
For our
27 definitely
hits. Will is having the
Alright,
character
and
of a
that's the
horrifying creature
confident
walk across.
That's the confident finisher, so this is gonna be.
The fuck to me
Okay.
ever again.
Where's my other. Okay. So this is. Lots of damage, yay!
Define lots of damage in specific numbers.
Sorry, the last one should have been 2 more damage because I forgot to add my strength because I have a +1 strength now.
I suppose
So
I'll
it should
allow
have
it.
been
Oh yeah.
Nice.
This one is. My goodness. 6, 12, 17, 20, 23, 24, 24 points of damage for
God
the
damn.
finisher.
48 points of damage in a turn. Oh my god, that's insane.
Nicely
I
done.
think I did 50 points because it was 26 and 24.
Yeah, 58. You're 50,
Oh,
50, you're right.
50 points.
That's wild.
It is going to.
React to that.
Oh yeah, it has a shield block reaction.
Yeah, it's going to take
Well,
the shield
if it
block.
has that.
It is going to use the shield block. So what was the total on that damage?
24 on the second strike, I believe.
24 on the last one.
24, so it's down to 19.
It reduces by
And
the
then
shield hardness
split.
the rest of the damage between the two of them.
Yeah. Which
The shield takes 19 points of damage.
does break the shield.
Oh,
Which doesn't mean it's useless, it just means that the AC
Yeah.
value is way lower.
Yeah.
No, for a shield it means it's useless. You can't. If a shield is broken, trust me, I had to learn all about
Okay,
this.
I'll trust you on that.
If a shield is broken, it does not get an AC value. It's
Okay.
only armor.
Maybe
If
armor
armor
upgrade.
breaks, it's
Yeah.
lowered because it lowers by 2, and the highest AC a shield can have is 2. So a shield, yeah, once a shield is broken, like you can't use it.
Well, you can still use the action. It just won't benefit you.
Well, that's fair. That's
I raise a hunk of metal attached to my arm.
Yeah, so it like throws the shield in the way of the strike at the last second, but you watch as Twinkle Toes is just slamming into it with the sheath, and the shield buckles and like splinters. You see half of it just shear off and fly into the wall behind it as it like you feel the crack of the bone of its arm under the weight of your swing. That was a lot of damage, as they say in the
yeah.
business.
Well, oh my god.
That
a
was
lot of damage.
a
Yeah,
lot of
that was
damage.
awesome.
Needs some flex tape because
Yeah.
that was
Flex
a lot
seal.
of damage. Is that the end of your turn, Twinkle Toes, or do you have more things to do to my creatures?
That was all 3 of my actions.
Okay, thank God. Oski, you watch as it is just embarrassed in front of you.
Oski is going to first action, seeing it kind of like dealing with Twinkle Toes at the moment. He's going to take this momentary distraction, reach around and lay a hand on Kashak's shoulder and cast Lay on Hands on Kashak.
He'd
and
been fine. He's got fast healing.
Kashak, you get 18 points of healing.
Oh.
Wow.
Thick. It's
And
thick.
then-
We're pain.
Then a +2 AC for the next round.
Nice.
And he's gonna. I actually don't think he's gonna say anything because you're unconscious, but he's just gonna stick a hand, and you see like the tattoos on the side of his head like start to glow a little bit, and then you get this healing. He's then gonna turn around and begin this like snarl, like defensive stance, and again just slam his shield into the back of this creature. So he's gonna strike with his second action.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend one of my hero points on that natural 2.
Oh.
Surely you won't
All
need
right.
it.
That is 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Nice. Good hero point.
For 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of bludgeoning. Yeah, so you just like slam. It's spiked, right? The shield?
It's got a shield boss on
Shield
it, which is why
boss.
it's bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so you just boom, slam it straight into one of its arms, and you hear it just like kind of twist, and the shoulder of that arm just like dislocates as you push it forward. You feel the pop under it.
And then third action, I raise my shield.
It's looking pretty beat up. It's looking unhappy with its lot in life at the moment. Kashak, it's actually your turn.
So he takes 2 more points of healing. He is sitting pretty. He's sort of like.
Wait, it's not my turn?
No.
Isn't Kashak before the enemy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't I,
Who
aren't
is?
I after?
No.
The enemy is
Oh,
after me.
you know what? Yeah, I forgot. Yes. Yeah, never mind.
All right. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you 2 turns before he goes, but then he gets to take 2 turns before you go.
Don't do it. Don't take the bait.
yeah.
With 4 actions, he almost killed me. Kashak will sort of look back at Shithra, who I imagine is like staring at Kashak like, oh my god, is that guy dead?
I only just met you.
He will command her to support the team.
Oh.
So this is like the whole thing animal companions do. The monitor lizard distracts him with these snapping jaws and these more rapid movements. If I hit him, things will happen to him, but he is actually going to...
Very
and
cool.
then he's going to try to draw his bow and then fire an arrow through Oski's legs.
Okay.
While prone. I love it.
Oski's tall,
There's at least a +1 cover going on here.
but I'm trying to say not +2.
Yeah, that's... I'll roll my attack and see if it even matters. Probably not.
You also
That's
take a -2 on your attack roll.
from being
Oh,
prone.
prone. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's 19, so he'll miss.
Yep. Just
Release
kind of
teacher
plinks
window.
off one of the leg plates on this guy.
Mm-hmm. So I'm still prone, but I'm not dead. And I will...
Which is an improvement.
And that is the end of my turn.
It's definitely working your way up here. Okay. Now
Kashak
it
is
is.
such an action-dependent and such a setup-dependent character, so for him to be ambushed and then put down for 3 rounds is so bad. I will do, like, nothing for a long time.
What is this thing gonna do? What is this thing gonna do? It's gonna do that. I didn't mean to click it, but it's gonna do that.
What?
Do what?
What?
It only showed up for me. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't show
Good.
Rose.
I accidentally clicked what it was gonna do
What?
on its character sheet.
He deleted my character sheet. That was the thing. he was gonna do.
Kashak can take 6 points of healing.
I do?
Yes, fast.
Fast healing.
You
Oh,
see
I
that
gave myself 2, but I will give myself 4 more. Okay, cool.
Yes, 6, yeah.
you see that it is bleeding profusely from multiple of these wounds. One of its arms is broken. The shield arm is like broken, and the shield is scattered about the room in pieces. Its second arm, the one that it had been using to initially fight with a scimitar, and then just got like dislocated by a shield bash. It's got stab wounds in its leg. It's got dents from an arrow in its armor. This thing is messed up. You hear it just begin like this guttural incantation.
Oh no, don't like that.
2.
It's simply no thank you.
And you watch as it draws out what looks to be like a tuning fork from a fold in its armor,
Man,
and it like
come
bangs
on.
it against the scimitar.
Oh,
And you feel these like waves of sound pressure as the creature just feels like it gets like sucked in and it is gone.
Oh, okay.
What? It just disappears?
Yeah.
Bastard, you can go ahead and roll an identify if you'd like to see what it tried to do.
Yes.
You are now out of combat, out of initiative.
What's the roll?
It's going to be your spellcasting ability.
Identify a spell. Yeah.
It's going to be hard, but you can definitely try.
It's my spellcasting modifier.
It's your religion skill.
Religion, got you. Okay, yeah, so that's gonna be a 1d6.
You have no idea.
Jeez, wow.
It was definitely a spell that it cast. And it was there one moment. It cast the spell, and then it was gone.
Were the doors closed? No, Oski, I guess, burst into the room, so they would have been open. This doesn't bode well for her teleportation runes.
The door's open.
Well,
I mean, I imagine they
Yeah.
need to
The
be
door's open.
closed.
Yeah.
What was this creature? Why was it here?
and was it in here before we opened the doors, or did it come in
Could
after?
Could I do like a recall knowledge to see if I know anything about this? If this means anything to me?
Sure, you can roll an occultism.
I will roll occultism.
Kashak will also roll occultism.
Dang.
15.
Will not.
10.
31.
There we go.
31.
natural 20.
These are creatures known as Xill. Xill. They tend to be. They are native to the ethereal plane, first off.
Makes sense.
And generally only come to the material plane. They are essentially a warmongering species. They come to the material plane to capture and kidnap creatures from the material plane to take them back to the ethereal plane for various ends. Mostly, you would know, as incubators for their eggs. They lay eggs in their victims.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Is that why it fixated on me? Because it thought I was, the closest to being dead and susceptible to eggs?
Well, it bit you, right?
Oh, yeah, I've got an egg inside me for sure.
But you would know that they are extremely. Again, they're a warlike creature. They are working towards eradicating other denizens of the ethereal plane.
Oh, so it was hunting down the spiders,
That's probably what it was doing. That's
and
just
we
weird.
let it get it. We let them get away, and it was mad at us for that.
That's probably spot on.
It
Actually,
probably tried to trap them in this room or
Wasn't it
somewhere.
killing them?
So we have to go to the ethereal plane.
probably couldn't get in, right? That's the whole thing. The spiders were stuck.
But then once
know.
it gets in, then why doesn't it chase down the spiders? Why does it come for us at all?
That's true. I don't know. That's weird. I don't think
Can we
we know
search
the
the
whole
room
story.
for any clues?
Let's rob the
anything?
place.
Yeah, you can search the room. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Could be
Christ.
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's pretty barren. There's the scimitar that it dropped. And there
Oh yeah.
are just scratch marks on the iron doors and the stone walls. Just hundreds and hundreds of these scratch marks all throughout on the floor, on the ceiling. Looks like they were trying, the spiders were trying.
Yeah, that makes me think the spiders were not an illusion. Like they were legit.
Yeah, they were.
So-
They were real for sure.
Yeah.
We take the scimitar for selling.
Can I identify that scimitar?
It's not magical.
Not magical.
Dope.
Mundane.
I'll put it in the bag of holding.
There's
Jack or
half a
Kashak,
broken
you take-
steel shield if you want that.
Nope.
That's garbage. You take 18 points of healing. Good.
Can I- Bastard, do you think you could get some? Could I get some of that too?
Sure.
I'm still pretty hurt as well.
Okay, yeah. So he'll cast that once more on both Twinkle Toes and Kashak.
Is that a cantrip, Bastro?
No, it's a focus spell.
Because
so-
I can lay on hands too. So if we just want to stay down here for a little bit, between the two of us, we could get everyone to full.
Yeah, I believe so.
If I get 18 points twice, I'm chilling.
So you get 24 from me for my
Okay.
second round and then you also get 24 Twinkle Toes. And then I'm gonna need 30 minutes
Fine
to
for me.
refocus.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm actually okay after just the 24 extra.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
66 of 73, so I'm okay.
I'm 64 of 66, so.
Okay, cool. All right, I just need at least 20 minutes, if not 30 minutes, would be better.
I imagine we're figuring out what the heck's going on here. So I
Okay,
mean,
so if we're taking that time, Oski will spend 10 minutes laying on, he'll refocus, lay on hands himself, and then refocus for another 10 minutes. So that'll be 20 minutes. So Oski and Bastro are refocusing for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
do any of the lock boxes or rooms here seem to be compromised?
There's nothing open. There's no items just out on the floor or anything.
You will check all of. They have handles? Are they doors? Are they just?
They are
sleeves?
doors. They are doors and
Yeah.
lock boxes that line
You'll
the
check
walls.
all of the handles and make sure that they're still locked
Everything-
appropriately.
Yeah, everything seems to be in order.
And then Kashak will do the same for everything outside of the vault as well.
Everything seems to be in order.
So they really were not here for treasure. They were really here just to, for whatever reason that they were here.
Seems like the case.
Astral will cast Detect Magic and send out a pulse. Does he
There's a
feel
lot
any-
of magic around you, bud.
Oh.
I imagine people are stashing their magic items in the bank.
Let alone the
Yeah.
walls and doors and almost every inch of this place inside is magical.
Astro almost overwhelmed. Is like, let's get out of here.
Yes, let's. So. Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good spot. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Thank
yeah.
you so much for joining us so far. And we'll be back at 9:10 p.m., so about 13 minutes, 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard, to talk to Roka and see what she could dig out for our greedy adventurers. Have
Don't go
a
there. Stick around.
good break. We'll be right back in just a minute. Thanks.
Pretty good.
Welcome back, everybody. Just been doing a little bit of reading about Zills. They are fascinating.
I'm sure in ways that are really good for us.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say I did make a little mistake. Kashak was bitten, right? And he did have to roll a fortitude save. I was reading the wrong track when I said he felt fine. Should have been slowed for one round instead. That's my bad. I was instead reading the stage for Zill eggs.
Yeah, so I don't have an egg inside of me.
So you don't have eggs inside you.
Thank God. Ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
Kashak was really not ready to be a mother. He was not at a stage where he felt mature enough for that.
I know these things are rough.
It's mostly about financial security. Like, he's still living with 3 roommates. Like, he's got a pet now he's got to deal with. Like, he's not ready for a child in this world.
Well, on the bright side, the larvae do hatch, burrow out of your body, and then fade into the ethereal plane. So you wouldn't have to deal with them after that.
But then there's the whole postpartum thing, and that's always sad. You know, it's not a great situation. You know, the kid grows up so fast.
Yeah,
Not
these things are horrifying.
Uh,
But yeah, they basically declare war on anything sentient in the ethereal plane, and constantly fight. That's what they do.
That's why it didn't like us, is because it hates literally everything that exists on our plane of existence.
Yeah.
All right.
Yikes.
That makes me feel
There-
Makes a lot of sense.
It wasn't me as a person, it was me
No.
as a person.
Their single-minded drive to expand and conquer is so all-encompassing that while they work together dutifully and without dissent, there is little else in their lives.
So let's go tell this woman that the smallest problem she has is spiders living in her basement, and the biggest problem she has is warlords living in her basement.
Not anymore. You got rid of them.
We assume.
I mean, we assume. Ichi's idea is like pretty good. I think that like this thing was hunting the spiders. Like that sounds like a good.
It fills in the gap that it was hunting the spiders.
Yeah.
And we let the spiders out, but then we were there, and it was like, okay, now I have to deal with this thing. That my question of why did it attack us if it was hunting the
Now,
spiders?
should we tell? What was her name again?
Kosa?
Roka?
Roka. Should we tell Roka about the hunter, or should we just tell her that we got rid of the spiders?
We should tell her everything, I see.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Oski's not going to lead this conversation, so he'll go with
She's
what the
a
party
former
wants.
investor and friend of Isabella. We can probably trust her with
Okay,
information.
yeah, we can trust her with everything. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you guys spend about 20 minutes hanging out downstairs, doing whatever it is you're doing to refocus, and heal back up. Then your 20 minutes are up. What do you guys want to do?
Head straight upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get back upstairs and you see that she's pulled out like a small iron box. Excuse me. Wow. And is sitting on the couch with the box on a table in front of her. She seemed to be nervous, but then sees you all coming back up in apparently reasonably good health, and stands up and brushes off. How to go?
Well, we got rid of the spiders. That's the good
Good,
news.
good.
The bad news is that they were not the worst thing that was in there. There was something much worse called a
What?
Zill. It was, we think, hunting them, but it's gone now too. We got rid of that too.
And
So-
you're all right?
We're all
you're
right.
okay?
He almost died, but like, yeah.
Now, but I did almost expire in there. And he's
Oh.
like his lips are curled, like he's very clearly holding back some rage.
But you got better.
I'm sorry. I genuinely had no idea. Well, it's
We understand. It might be best to have someone inspect your protective magics and runes clearly there.
Yeah, we're still not sure how the spiders originally got in.
yeah, I don't know
but,
either, but
Our theory is that our working theory is that the Zill was hunting the spiders, and then when we opened the door, we also let the Zill in on the ethereal plane. But they hate everything, so it still tried to kill us.
but it's gone.
Still too much of a coward to fight to the death. It might return if other spiders do, which would be the concern if you're if
We
you're
closed
defensive.
the door behind us, so it
I'll
shouldn't
stop it.
like it shouldn't like.
The spiders, by the way, gave us absolutely no resistance. They were afraid, and we let them through with some food, and they graciously
They went back to
escaped.
their plane. Yeah.
They gave us no threat and no damage whatsoever, and no harm.
Okay.
They simply there of
Okay.
circumstance, we believe.
So no spiders, no Zill.
As best we can
So
assume,
we're
we can access
we're good then, I guess.
believe it, everything to be all right. Yep.
Fantastic. Well, sorry to hear you got hurt. I again, I didn't know about that.
Part of the job. We understand.
But well, oh yes, the key.
Oh, and he hands the keys over. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Then I guess this is yours, and she like pushes the box across the table,
What we get? What we get? What we get?
and inside
Daddy
There-
needs a new pair of bowling shoes.
there appears to be like a thick leather belt, with a large buckle on it, and what looks to be a like tooth of some variety, like a shark's tooth.
I think I know what that belt is.
It's a belt of something.
It's
The
definitely a
champion's
belt. It's definitely
Champion's
a belt.
belt, right?
I don't know.
It's probably a belt of giant strength.
You wanna
That's what. That's yeah. That's what.
you wanna
Hang on a
spend
second,
10
we
minutes to identify it, sitting there right in front of
Yeah.
me?
Or can I just ask
Oh,
her
it is.
what it is?
It's a lifting belt.
A lifting belt.
A lifting
Yeah.
belt.
Belt of lift.
You know, I have been having
Oski wants that so bad.
some back issues when I've been doing my squats in the gym. I could really use a bit of extra stability in the lumbar.
It's perfect for that.
Fantastic. I'll take
the-
it right away with no resistance.
Kashak, let's
I have no idea what inside of this. I have no clue.
So it gives you a +1 item bonus to athletic checks. And it lets you carry bulk equal to 6 plus your strength modifier before you're encumbered. You can also total carry a bulk of 11 plus your strength modifier,
Yeah, it just raises your bulk limit by 1.
and gives you a +1 to athletics checks.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Oski, do you need this? I imagine your athletics is pretty high. Do you really use
it's
your
probably the
athletics
bulk
for
for
something
all the
important,
armor
or-
he's carrying, or all the shields he's carrying, right?
This would be a decent amount of gold, but like also this is something I could genuinely use.
Well, what I was thinking, it might be best to go to one of our lower strength characters to give them any because athletics is a really good defensive ability. It would raise your athletics DC, it would raise your escape, it would raise your climbing if you had to. Like Kashak doesn't
okay.
need it anymore because he has a climb speed.
Or you could
But
just, roll off for it.
Well, what does the tooth do? What's the tooth?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
it's a
the
shark
tooth.
tooth charm. It's a shark tooth charm. So the shark tooth charm. If I can find it here.
This dried seaweed bracelet is lined with charms. When you activate the bracelet, it's a talisman, right? It's a talisman.
It's a talisman.
It affixes to an armor piece. If you roll a success on the triggering check, which is an escape using your acrobatics, you get a critical success instead. If you fail the critical acrobatics check, the creature must either release you as a free action or take 2d8 piercing damage. You have to be an expert in acrobatics to activate this.
I want that. I'm an expert in
I
acrobatics.
think you're the only
Yeah.
one. There you go.
I think you're the only one. Yeah.
I'm also terrified of sharks. I, Emily Grace, am terrified of sharks. So this will.
This will be your way to fight your fear.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a free action when you are about to attempt to escape, but you haven't rolled. So then you say, I activate the bracelet, the talisman. It's a one-time use. It's a talisman.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Still cool though.
you'll be able to
Talisman.
critically
It's a.
succeed.
What is it? What's it called?
Shark Tooth Charm. It's an item level 5. It's a pretty good item.
Wow.
Kashak does not need this lifting belt. He has a climb speed. His athletics are decent.
I feel like I take everything. Like I would love it.
I'm putting my hat in the ring for it.
Roll off. All three of us.
Ah,
Will, you want to assign some bonuses based on some speeches, or you want to just let him roll flat?
Nah, you can roll.
All right,
Speeches
roll
are
flat.
never good. It's always like, I want it because I want
I want it
it.
'cause it gives me the bonus to my
Yeah.
athletic.
Roka throws her hat in the ring. She says, well, if it's
I'd
discussion,
like to keep it.
you know, I'll roll.
If you're lukewarm on the item,
Oh
keep
my
it.
God.
You're stealing from me.
Unless we both roll a 1, I'm not gonna win it.
Oh, I like how he said that as if I was actually rolling.
Oh no, he was talking to me in bed.
Twinkle Toes is in too. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Twinkle Toes wants everything apparently.
We have
course.
given Twinkle a lot of items recently. She's a buff them character.
The only one who can take the other item, but she
Well,
wants them
there's a
both.
strategy. Just give all of the magic items to one character, and then they'll never die.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
What'd you guys get? Who's getting the belt?
I got a 13.
Yeah, Twinkle Toes gets it.
Oof.
I feel
Right.
kind of bad.
Twinkle Toes. You won the roll off, don't feel bad. That's the gods.
Okay.
That's the dice gods willing it.
Okay.
Athletics is never a bad thing to boost. And
It's
roll-
not.
your
And
roll-
because I have the unfettered halfling thing, if I get grabbed, then it raises the athletics DC to get grabbed. I'm not speaking words correctly, but
well, don't you roll
normally,
twice? Or no? Is it the DC?
normally they just spend an action to grab you. For me,
Yeah.
they have to beat my athletics DC, which was a 10, but then this level got it to 18, so this will bring it to 19.
Oh, so even the free grab attempts that people are getting, it has
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
It's a cool
it actually has great value. Yeah.
Is that your ancestry feat or is that a heritage thing?
That's my
It's your heritage bonus, I think, right?
that's my ancestry feat.
Oh, it is.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I guess, or it's from the
No.
gutsy halfling. The gutsy halfling. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, it's my ancestry feat.
That's a cool feat though. It's a cool feat.
Yes. Oh,
What's your-
that's from when I was in prison. That was the thing.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
the unfettered halfling comes from spending time in bondage.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
Which
Yeah,
was
makes
in
a
the
lot of
clink.
sense.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
clink.
So you all disperse or disseminate your various items to Twinkle Toes.
Roka, thank you for your help and your generosity. We understand this was a little awkward for you, but we do appreciate you assisting us in this way, and please feel free to call on us if you require more assistance. Please don't ask me to fight any more Zills, but anything else I'm happy to help with.
Sure. But thanks for clearing the vault. I can open back up and say hi to Isabella for me.
Absolutely. We'll tell her of your helpfulness and your generosity as well.
But I don't think I did much, but sure. Yeah, thanks.
What time of day is it? What time is it right now?
It's like
Okay.
11:30 in the morning.
Let's go to friggin' orthogonals, whatever the name of it was.
Orthogonals. Yeah, no, that's it exactly. Orvington's Money Changers.
Orvingtons. I was gonna say Orthanc, but that's also wrong.
That is wrong universe.
Very wrong.
As we're walking over, Twinkle Toes is looking through all of her stuff because she has gotten a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of bling right now. You're pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, she just feels kind of bad. So,
I mean, Kashak doesn't really need items. Kashak's doing his own thing. I don't know.
yeah, but Twinkle Toes has these bracers of missile deflection, which I think would be really cool for.
Oh, I could use those.
And so she takes off her bracers of missile deflection and this little jade cat talisman, and she's like, I think these would be better for you, Kashak. The jade cat talisman treats, when you activate it, you treat falls as 20 feet shorter than they are.
I do have Catfall,
Never mind then.
but I'm the only person who falls off things.
Wait,
But
yeah,
I also
that's
only-
useful for
Yeah,
you.
that's still useful.
But I also only fall off things when I'm dead. So I
Yeah.
couldn't activate
Oh,
Catfall.
that's-
You never know when I might just hungry pit you.
You never know. You never know. I mean, I will take it. I'll have to get it. It's affixed to your armor right now, most likely.
It takes 10 minutes to take it off.
Oh, okay. Then
But I
just
will
Because-
100% take bracers. Those are
Yeah, I'll give you the bracers.
I mean, if you want to just like spend a minute fiddling with it as you're walking, you're more than welcome to pull it off eventually.
Keep the talisman because falls will be much worse for you. You have fewer hit points than I do, and you don't have catfall. So,
Yeah. Cool.
Twinkle Toes, thank you for your this gift. I will treasure it greatly. And he slips these bracers onto his wrists.
Okay. You all make your way. This one is a much shorter journey, since you were coming from like kind of the outskirts of the coins. You're now kind of in the main district area. So Orvington's is only about a 10-minute walk from Stonesworn. But you make it to the listed address. You see a squat stone establishment which displays a polished wooden placard carved with Orvington money changers in flowing script across its surface. Stout iron bars cover every window of the building, and a pair of mastiffs nearly the size of dire wolves growl in a wooden doghouse near the main door. A loud buzzing sound emanates from somewhere nearby. As you make your way into the courtyard, a large swarm of wasps
What?
kind of rises up over and descends upon you.
Why? What?
What?
What is this town? What is this city? What's happening? Do we live in hell? Like, is this all the bad place? What's up?
Skeletons popping up from sewers, wasps coming at us, zills in banks. What's happening here?
Are not even banks safe anymore?
I don't know, man. I don't know. What I do know is that I don't have you on this map.
So we're
No,
just walking
we're
down the
back.
street and a hive of wasps attacks us. That's awesome. I love that. That's actually very genuinely hilarious.
This is a random
Bring it on.
encounter. It's gotta
Yeah.
be.
No,
But,
I'm super into it. It's very
These
funny.
wasps are heroes of Absalom.
These
Oh my
wasps.
gosh.
These are
At
the
At
wasps.
least one of these wasps must
At
be a
least
hero of
one
Absalom.
of them.
The leader, whoever decided to attack us, is clearly the most intelligent of them.
Let me turn that off. Oh gosh, I did not prepare this map. I'm sorry.
By the way, if this is a swarm, we're screwed.
Yeah, all of us do precision.
We're so doomed.
Swarms
Oh,
are
no.
swarms are different.
They are different,
In
but
second
I spent a
edition.
lot of time looking at swarms, and we are still very, very in trouble.
Yeah, it can't be good, but I don't remember
It
what the
can't be
difference between 1E and 2E is with swarms. I don't remember.
It's just immunities and resistances. The different swarms have very high resists and immunities to various physical damage. It's different per
Yeah.
swarm. No longer just like swarm traits, and you're taking half damage or full damage or whatever. It's like rat swarm is different from like a centipede swarm.
Okay.
Got it,
Okay. We're almost there.
The swarms, for the listening audience who don't know Pathfinder, is because they act as like it's a bunch of small creatures that act as one unit. So you can't just like attack a creature. Like they'll have resistance to slashing and piercing because you're swiping at 50 centipedes that are trying to all
Right.
bite you.
They're
you're
notoriously annoying to fight.
It's like you're actually fighting a cloud of wasps. If you swipe out and you hit three wasps in a cloud of 50, what did you do?
You
So-
killed 3 of the 50 wasps. Maybe.
You tried your best. That's what you did. you gave it your all.
Done diddly did it. Okay. Here we go. So as you're like entering this courtyard, you look to either side and you see these like dogs that are barking like mad in these 2 little dog houses that they're chained in. And you hear this buzzing sound as you're walking up to the door, and from over the roof of the bank, these 2 swarms of wasps descend down upon you. Do we want to go into combat, or do we want to leave this till next week?
Let's go.
All
Go
right,
on,
we're
man.
going.
Go
We're
on.
going.
Combat!
Go long.
We're going. All right.
We're in stride. I almost died this session. I gotta do something.
Everybody go ahead.
Shock needs to redeem himself.
Yeah,
Everybody go ahead and roll me initiative.
Kashak will shout, "Wasps, look out!" Regular +2.
Can't believe the Anglo-Saxons made it here.
I'm waiting for the scout's warning where it's just gonna be like Kashak yelling, ah, and then everyone gets a plus 2.
It doesn't need to be verbal. It can just be gestures. So I could just point at the very obvious large creature, and you'll get a plus 2.
Oski,
I love that.
22.
say that again.
22.
22. Bastro.
33? Oh my god, 33.
Twinkle Toes.
Because plus 2, plus 13. Wow. Natural 18.
I rolled a 17 total.
You're definitely on the initiative tracker. Kashak.
Thank you.
Continually going before Bastro, he rolled a 34. My natural
Oof.
20s.
Get out of my face.
Natural 20, 14.
Oof. Okay. Let's find out. Let's find out. Kashak, you're up first. What
Okay.
would you like to do as these things kind of like descend down to ground level and they are now obviously moving your direction?
So I assume Kashak has fought a swarm or 2 or 17 in the jungles of the Sodden Lands. Would he know that hunting a target and like dealing precision damage would do anything? I'm not willing to recall knowledge on it. It's about whether he would know that
Then you-
inherently.
Don't know, but you could assume that precision probably would not work.
Okay. He will.
Shooting a bow at a wasp,
He
even
does
if it's
not
a
draw the
group
bow
of
He
wasps.
does not draw the bow for sure. He's not that good. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to stride to here, and he is going to just claw at this
Okay.
thing.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, baby. That is a 32 to hit
Noise.
with the claw.
That's a hit. That is also a crit.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Are they immune to crits, though?
Go ahead and roll
Let's-
damage.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out.
That is 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Very cool.
Is
Very
that
cool.
doubled?
Yes. It is 2d6 plus 8. So it is 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 2 is 15.
Oh, right. Double the dice, not double damage.
We do have to hit.
Okay. Do you have one more action?
Let's claw again.
Okay.
That is 21 to hit.
That'll do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Max damage, 10 points of slashing.
Wow. Yeah, so you're like swinging your claws through here, and you're feeling like some of them.
Looks hilarious.
Yeah, some of them, like you're just watching as wasps fly off, like slap into the wall. Some of them you actually manage to cut in half with your claws just through sheer force. But some of them are also just kind of like bouncing off of your hands and floating back into the swarm. It seems like you're not getting all the way through there. Definitely not like hitting a solid object.
Yeah,
Um,
understood.
Bastro, it's your turn.
First action, recall knowledge on these wasps.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a nature.
16 for a. Sorry, one second. Obviously the number first. Nature, so that's 25.
Sure. So right off the bat, you would assume that these things are not subject to anything mental. They're not subject to mental effects because there is no singular mind here. Even though they all work together in kind of like a swarm mind, there's no single mind to affect the group at large. So they are immune to mental effects. They are immune to precision damage.
Okay.
Naturally, because there are no weak points in
Yeah.
a mass
Cloud of
of
wasps.
multiple creatures. Yeah.
Right.
There's 2 wasps in there where if you hit them, they get crit.
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
very important wasps.
The queen's
They
in there.
do have resistance to various resistances to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
I think one of the
And-
questions, Bastro, is which one is highest or lowest?
if you want that to be another thing, yeah.
Just letting Dan know that's an option.
Which one's highest? What do you mean?
Like which resistance is highest or lowest?
Oh,
It might be different.
I thought it was all the same. But yeah,
Not
sure.
necessarily.
What's highest and what's lowest for?
Is this what you want your last thing to be?
Yeah.
It has the highest resistance to bludgeoning and piercing.
So slashing. We don't have slashing.
If you're physical slashing, my claws are slashing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know,
Are you
Oh, there's
slashing too?
also.
as claws are.
Slashing, yeah.
Oski's gonna have a hard time this combat.
Yeah, Oski's yeah, one more time. That's funny that it's resistant to bludgeoning. I feel like that's like just splattering a bug, like
But you
you know,
don't-
like with a fly swatter. I
You
don't
like
know.
swing this club through and you just don't take out like any of the
It
claws.
just-
I know, but I feel like with a shield, you can be like whoosh, and like you get like a good portion.
No,
of
you
the
get
swarm.
some of them, but a lot of them will
Whatever.
just bounce off.
I'm gonna email Paizo, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Paizo with a swarm of wasps.
Hey, Jason Pullman, you ever fought a couple wasps before? You ever dealt
I'm gonna
with this?
test it. I'll
Yeah.
do it myself.
Here's what we'll do, Jason. I'll accept your ruling on wasp swarms after I've seen you live stream fighting a wasp swarm.
There's a
go.
minute-long iPhone video of Dan smashing a wasp's nest and then just taking a steel through it.
And then they all envelop me, and I just die.
And then 15 seconds of us in the hospital, and that'll be the the full video.
You heard it here. Subscribe here to support Dan's hospital bills. Thank you. You got 2 actions left,
We
Bastro.
recorded this episode. He's in
Yeah,
very
I have
great
2 more actions.
He's currently in the ICU due to wasp bites.
Last 2 actions, I'm going to cast Stoke the Heart on Kashak.
Okay.
You are very stoked. You feel
Plus
very
2?
in your heart, in your chest. So slash away.
Is that scale or is it still +2?
No, it's +3 now.
Yes, I knew it.
Yes. Level 5 is now +3.
The rich
yeah.
get richer.
Is
Is that the end of your turn, Bastro?
That is the end. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. I always forget that these hexes are like they're
One action.
Yeah, no, I still have 1 more action. Okay. Third action.
You shared the information you learned, right?
Yeah, I did.
No, he
yeah,
hoards
of
it.
course. Yeah, I say it out loud.
He keeps his secrets.
Third,
He lied
third
the whole
action. Third action. Cast guidance on Kashak. So just good luck.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
Sick.
We love to see it.
Okay. It's the wasp's turn. Wasps. This one will just kind of plunk right up to here.
Oh my.
That's about right.
Excuse me. I have a problem with this.
Sure, I'll hear it.
I'm in that space.
Oh, yeah, no, they can do that.
3 of us just bunched up together, and the wasp was just like, "I'll be here now."
Yeah,
Well, the GM placed us bunched together.
but I didn't
To
roll
be
your
fair.
initiative. And you also act like you'd be walking. You also act like you would be walking farther than 5 feet away from each other.
at all times.
I'm just saying what factually happened. The
At
GM
least-
set this
Yeah.
up here.
And I will stand by that
The
decision,
first
Benjamin.
one there, like.
Yeah. Sheath was the only smart one. She was standing off to the side. She knew.
Yeah.
I would like
You
all 3 of
lost.
you to go ahead and roll me a reflex save.
Damn. Alright.
Oh no.
Might as well hear
What?
one.
Do I?
Yeah, we're coming up in the end session here. Why not? These things aren't gonna kill you.
Well,
Yeah, why not?
Is Basra allergic to bees?
Ooh, that's a good point.
If you have an alert allergy,
Look at that
to
hero
bees-
point economy. I can already tell.
I'm hero pointing.
Oh, got 2 on 1 action. Let's go. What'd you get, Bastard?
Ben, what did you roll first, and then what did you roll with your hero point?
I rolled a 6 first, and I rolled an 11 on the reroll.
Oh.
Okay, I rolled a 3 first, and then I rolled a fucking 1. Oh,
I knew it.
Oh no.
Point, dude, what?
Twinkle Toes, what'd you get?
18 total.
18 total?
What was it? Reflex?
Yeah.
That's like 10 total. No, 12 total.
It doesn't matter. You'll roll a natural 1.
I rolled a 28.
28.
Yeah.
28, you say?
Uh huh. I I used my reaction for Charmed Life. By the way. Which
Is that
gives
a
me
flat
+2.
bonus? Yeah.
+2 circumstance bonus to a triggering save.
Will, this doesn't happen to be a magical effect, does it?
No, it doesn't happen to
Okay.
be a magical effect.
Okay.
Magical wasp.
Okay, so Twinkle Toes, you'll be taking half damage. Oski, you'll be taking normal damage. Bastro, you'll be taking double damage. We just get to run the gauntlet here.
Will, can I use my champion's reaction on this?
200%.
Yeah. Why not?
Enemy damages an ally within 15 feet.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's gonna say, dirty wasps, you will rue the day that you hurt my friend Bastro, who is a hero. And Bastro, Will, you have a choice. They're enfeebled, and Bastro gets resistance, or Bastro's damage is fully negated. It's a tough choice, I know.
You'll take the enfeebled.
Yeah.
Does it have like a mind affecting trait?
It
Is this
doesn't,
Like
I looked.
mental?
Yeah.
Does it have anything called?
But it
And
also
would
did not roll an attack roll, so.
Make a choice.
It just says an enemy damages your ally. That's
No,
the
I know.
trigger.
Yeah.
But I'm okay.
He's just doing it for the DR at this point because the enfeebled will not affect them.
Yeah. Dan, you have resistance 7.
Thank you.
Like 7. Triple
Five,
back
maybe.
left.
Is that
Not bad.
Oh, yeah, that's not surprising.
oh my 14.
22. Wow. Whew, thank
good.
you. Wow.
DC 40 on the fortitude save. I'm just reading the stat block here. Death. Anaphylactic shock. Yeah.
Bring it.
I think Bastro might actually be allergic to bees.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he really
yeah.
is.
It's
I
canon.
prefer to float like a butterfly, please.
Is that how swarms work?
oh God.
There's no way you can
Oh
do
my
it
God.
3 times in a row, though. Let me see. I'm looking up a different swarm.
1, 3.
I rolled the same frickin' thing. It's another 18 reflex.
Yeah.
28. Once again.
Yeah, I guess there is still a dice roll involved here.
God.
All right. Oh my God. All right. It's a 19. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
You want a reflex save first? So my first reflex save is a 24. Is that a pass? Okay, so nothing happens. And then second reflex save is even higher, natural 19. That is a 32. 32. 19 plus 13. He's quick. It's too fast. Wow, okay. Easiest of rounds.
Um. Would these creatures be affected by intimidation?
Mindless.
Does
I think you're here for reactions. that's most of it.
Demoralize does have a mental trigger on it.
I mean, it's
Yikes.
resistant to bludgeoning. It doesn't mean it's immune to bludgeoning. You could still deal damage if you roll high enough damage. Theoretically.
What I want to do is not a demoralize, and I don't think this doesn't have the mental trait on it. Oski is upset, so he is going to enter the Dread Martial Stance. What this does is he puts on like this grim face, and he is this hulking full orc in full plate. Looks terrifying. And he's gonna like being stung by all of these wasps. He's letting out this like battle cry almost. So I attempted an intimidation check, and it says the DC is usually a standard difficulty DC of my level, but the GM can assign a different DC based on the circumstances.
I think it's like DC 20-ish. I'm not sure if Will wants to reveal, but yeah.
Well, and then it's got a critical success, fail, crit fail. He's entering a stance. It's a stance that he's entering in. That when he does, it strikes fear into his enemies around him and emboldens his allies. It's called the Dread Martial Stance.
He's trying to improve our battle morale by being the scariest thing on the battlefield. He's trying to look as scary as possible to embolden us to fight.
It's not a mental ability. It's just something I do it's not like a real DC.
You actually aren't targeting the creatures at all.
No. It's a standard difficulty DC. That's what it says.
You encourage your allies to strike fear into their foes with vicious attacks.
Oh yeah, you're right. This has nothing to do with the enemies.
It does not affect the enemies whatsoever. He is targeting he's trying to promote his allies' strengths.
Yeah, I'll explain what it does once I know it. Do you have a DC? Okay. Just we want to make sure you have one set. Well, no, they're not revealed, just that you have one. Because it doesn't say what it is. It just says standard difficulty. All right, let's go. Come on. Oh God, I rolled horrible. It's a dirty 20. Which might. Okay, nice. Anyone who is within my aura, which is a 10-foot emanation, deals a +2 on damage rolls to creatures. So you get an additional 2 points of damage on any time you hit. His second action is going to be to raise his shield, and his third action is going to be to swing out and just try and swipe away these things. So let's see. 27 to hit.
Nice.
That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage. I'll take it. Yeah. And I realize it makes no sense he raised his shield, but that's what Oski would do.
Oh.
Okay, so really quick, I'm looking at the exquisite sword cane. It's saying that the sheath can be used as a clubbing weapon. So does the sheath do what kind of damage then?
Bludgeoning, for sure.
Bludgeoning?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to double check on that. I am instead.
Oh, the sword deals piercing, so you have both the bad ones.
Well, I also have my rapier though, which does versatile slashing.
Oh, it
Ooh.
does. Awesome.
So,
Nice.
let me double check on that. Wait. I don't want to be wrong.
It does not.
It does not.
It's piercing, yeah.
Never mind. Why did I? Oh, the main guy.
I find that so funny.
Slashing, and I let go of the.
That's in
gouge.
some Grand Bazaar station somewhere.
You were so confident too. Like it definitely is.
Okay.
Again, it's not that you will deal 0 damage all the time. It's just that you'll
No,
deal a
of
lot
course
less.
Well, I'm gonna unsheath the sword cane and the sword. And I'm gonna swing twice.
You get +2 damage if you hit.
Awesome. Still gonna roll separately. That's a natural 19 for the first one for a 33 to hit.
All right, 33 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Does it crit?
Crit?
Yes, like I said, 33 is a critical hit.
All right.
This
so
is
that's
the
gonna
lowest
be-
AC monster I've run in so long.
Yeah, swarms, man.
Yeah. They're
Big
just,
shields.
they're
Alright.
there.
Yeah, they exist.
That +2 damage will double.
Oh, right. Awesome.
Plus
So
4
that-
then. Yeah.
Oh, 13, 15, 19 points of damage on the first hit.
And that's piercing, correct?
Whoa.
That's piercing. That's piercing.
You pull back after poking out, and you just have this like shish kebab of wasps along the blade.
And then swinging with the sheath.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 hits. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And that's bludgeoning, correct?
That's bludgeoning.
Still +2 damage.
Yep. All right. I rolled a 6 and a 5 on the 2d6, +1 for strength. So 10. So 12 points of damage.
12
Bludgeoning.
points of damage.
for the
Okay.
second one. And that's my turn.
Yeah, so almost bringing it around, just like a baseball bat swiping through. You hear the popping sound of wasps as they are slapped by blunt force impact. Is that the end of your turn, Twinkletoes?
That was all 3 actions.
Top of round 2. Top of round 2, indeed.
Well, that was 1 round.
Yeah, it was definitely a round of combat.
couple of dice rolls there.
Swarms, man. Swarms.
Yeah.
Let's see. From the inside of the building, the front door opens, and you see this human man who, like, rushes out. And it looks like he's got a club. He's like, what the hell is going on out here? And he just, like, runs up and starts swiping the club at the wasps.
This is the best combat we've ever had.
What?
Are the wasps flanked?
Don't do this to me, Jack.
They're flat-footed for sure. They're flat-footed for sure.
I think
I
I would
guess.
count that as playing.
I guess.
Absolutely, they're flanked. If they can be flanked, I
I
don't know.
guess. Yeah, he swings out. He bashes a couple wasps. He bashes like 2 wasps.
Okay. A couple wasps.
But he's out there. He's out there and he's swinging. Okay, Shock, you're up.
With the new knowledge that these creatures are flat-footed, he will swing with his claws. Let's go ahead. That is a 26 to hit against flat-footed.
26 is a hit. Yeah.
26 is a hit.
Wait.
All right.
Wait,
Flat-footed.
Definitely a hit.
26 is a crit.
There it is. Okay, so
Wow.
this is pretty big. Slashing damage here. 22 points of slashing damage.
Plus 3.
I'm adding your plus 3. It's 2d6 plus 14.
Wow, okay.
And I rolled 8.
How much was the total you said?
22 points of damage.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, this Stoke the Heart is
Yeah. So this one just
Awesome.
like rakes through, and like there is now a noticeable difference in the size of the swarm. It is
Your hand is
noticeably
just full
smaller.
of wasps after this.
just completely full of wasps.
He's just holding
um,
wasps.
Let's strike again.
He actually doesn't have claws anymore. It's just wasps.
So fat. Okay, that is a natural 18 to hit, which is going to be
That's a critical hit.
with my agile. That's going to be over. Yeah,
It's a critical hit.
21 points of damage. Slashing.
You finish off enough of these wasps that the swarm disperses.
Nice.
Yes.
And it's no more of a swarm as these things just kind of the irritated buzzing from this group ceases as they kind of disperse and run for the hills, whatever's left of them.
Shock will then turn to see his allies ravaged, but Shithra just looking at him like, what am I supposed to do? And in Iruxi, he will shout, attack! And she will bite twice at the swarms.
Nice.
Tasty.
She's like,
Tasty.
Damage.
we have a cat in my house that is not the smartest, and we have a big window that shines very bright light in the morning, and some of the dust in the room sometimes goes to that room, and sometimes
Oh
I'll catch him
my
out
God.
there, and he'll be biting at dust particles in the air. So that's what Sheathra's doing. She is biting at individual wasps very quickly. So first
Roll to
jaw
hit.
attack. That is
She have a long tongue.
She does. She does. She does, in fact. That is a 26.
And it is, by the rules we just used, flat-footed. So that's a crit.
I have plus 2 to damage.
Plus 2 damage. Shithra is an ally.
Are you sure?
That she is 22 points of damage. Piercing. This is
What?
piercing.
What? Wait, what?
22 points of piercing
2d
damage.
It was a crit.
Plus-
It was a crit. Okay.
2d8
okay.
plus 10 on a crit. Yeah.
Okay.
For
Forgot it was a
22,
crit.
22 piercing damage.
Yep.
She will then strike again. Let's see if I hit on this one. That is a 21 against
That's
flat-footed.
a hit.
That is 12 points of piercing damage again.
And she just
Wow.
like scarfs down the rest of them. This swarm is gone.
Team
Oh my
Lizard!
Hilarious.
I don't-
That's amazing.
I don't know
Right on
what
the
you
wall.
just did, but I went from basically entirely healthy swarms to no swarms in one turn.
Team Lizard's blasting off again.
The human guy, you see this like thick blonde beard and mustache combo. He's got, you know, a couple of stings and bites over him. Oski and Bastro, go ahead and roll me fortitude saves.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
25.
okay.
Bastro.
29.
Okay, you both take 5 more points of acid damage or poison damage, and then are fine.
Okay. Ooh, thank God.
Yeah, you see that he's got like a couple of stings along his face and like any like his exposed forearms and hands, but seems mostly fine. He says, "God, those vandals again! Now they're throwing hives at my place.
Kid Draxa put these down.
Jeez, can't catch a break. I'm sorry you folks had to deal with that. Come in. I'll get you some drinks. Get you some ointment for those stings there. And that is where we're going to call it for this week.
Dealt with the
Amazing.
swarm.
Oh,
Amazing.
right.
Great.
That was. Oh,
It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Thank you all so much for joining us again tonight as we watched, hopefully, a couple of interesting combats. and we're going to figure out a little bit more about what's going on with Uthin Orvington.
Uthin. Very
Uthin
cool.
Orvington, the proprietor of Orvington's Money Changers. Next week.
What a name.
Same time, same place, same bat channel, all that good stuff. Have a good week, everybody. Thanks again.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon.